morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. We are back. It's Monday morning. Another fantastic week ahead for crypto. A lot to look forward to. We're going to break it down. Make sure you guys are well aware of what's going on this week. And you guys know how the drill is. I mean, every week in crypto, there's big topics of discussion. There's big news that breaks. Oftentimes, it's things that come out of left field. But we actually have some things that are in the works this week that we know are coming that we can kind of prepare for and get ready for. So we're definitely going to do that and break things down in this live stream. So just really appreciate everybody rocking with us. We do these lives Monday through Friday, guys, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, right at this time, Monday through Friday. We take it up to 9:30 with an hour here on live on X, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. And then we take it right into the Crypto Breakfast Club for 2 hours more of additional conversation about the cryptocurrency market. So this is your one-stop shop, at least one place where you can rely on us to be here all the time. So make sure you're subscribed to YouTube if you're not already. If you haven't hit that like button on YouTube, smash it right now. Hammer the like button. We're just getting started. It's going to be a beautiful day. We've got 3 hours of content coming at you right now, and we are entering minute number 2. So a lot of stuff to get into. And if you're over on X, hit the retweet button, hit the like button, drop comments down there as well, and let's push this up and out into the algorithm so more and more people see this. So let's take a look at the overall market, guys, and break things down, kind of what we're seeing here to start. And definitely want to hear from everybody in the chat. Good morning. Smash the like button. You guys know it. Light up the chat with your comments. Where you coming in from? What's your thoughts on the market? What's your big hot takes? What are you looking for this week? I want to hear from you. Rifle all that stuff in the comment section. We'll get to you as we roll along here in the live stream. So with that being said, let's take a look at the overall market because things are looking very nice. Very nice for a lot of cryptos. We are back in the neutral zone on the Fear and Greed Index. Okay, this is something we look at quite frequently. We drop down into this fear zone here. You can see over on the far right-hand side into that orange category. We're back up into the neutral zone. Last time we dropped into the fear in 2023, we spiked back up here into the greed areas. So, JP Morgan said, hey, August is going to be a great month for crypto. This is coming from JP Morgan. So whatever that means, right? But a lot of people growing sentiment is that when we get into Q4 is where we're really going to see the big growth of crypto. And hopefully we see a lot of new investors coming in because one of the things that we're missing right now is a lack of retail demand. And we've been talking about that for a while. And I do think eventually that will flip and it will change and more people will come in. And one of the reasons why I believe that is because I think the issue with inflation is still lingering, but should be getting a little bit better over time. Regardless of how you feel about Fed rate cuts, it could create a more risk-on environment for people, especially the retail investor, right? So interesting here, market cap, if we're taking a look at the crypto market cap here, just in the last 7 days, slowly but surely trending up a little bit. Okay, we were in the low 2s here, and now we're back up to almost 2.3 trillion. So we have added some nice value there to the market cap in the last week, which is good to see. Market cap breakdown, Bitcoin at 1.2 trillion, ETH at 390 billion. You can see stable coins, 155 billion, and then everything else right around $490 billion. Everything outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, stable coins. When you take Bitcoin, Ethereum, stable coins, I mean, it's about 75% of the market, right? Which is pretty crazy. Fiat-backed stablecoin market is up as well. It's trending in the right direction. Volume is starting to ramp up a little bit, slowly but surely. We did have a nice volume spike on the 5th, but a lot of that was selling pressure, right around the 4th of July. Just overall volume, though, starting to tick back up since the 13th there. Just the last couple days, we're starting to see a nice tick up there in volume. If we take a look at Bitcoin here, showing some really nice strength. Up here at 62,700. German government is basically done. Okay, right here on 7/12, 3 days ago. And I think this is a big reason why the price is starting to go back up. People are not as fearful about the German government selling their Bitcoin. German government's Bitcoin sell-off may have come to an end as a wallet is emptied. This came out on July 12th. Germany's crypto wallet reached a balance of 0 on Friday. And what happened over the weekend? We started to pump. So I definitely think there's some merit to this. And I didn't think people really should have been freaking out as much as they were, regarding this whole thing with Germany, because in the grand scheme of things, Germany held some Bitcoin, but it wasn't an amount that could literally wreck everything, Got my coffee this morning. What are you guys drinking? You guys drinking some coffee this morning? Got some hot coffee this morning. I've been on an iced coffee kick, but I switched back over to hot coffee recently. So appreciate all the people in the chat. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people filing in. Good morning from the Houston area, still recovering from the hurricane. Hopefully you guys are safe down there. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Godfather, what's up? What's good, Zach? Good morning. Flary Donnas, what's going on, baby? What's going on? I was trying to say buddy and baby in the same sentence. Don't do that. Brian Nichols in the house. What's up, Brian? Thanks for being a member on the channel too, brother. Appreciate that. Good morning from Cocoa Beach. What's up, Tom? How you doing, brother? Good morning from Belgium. Amazing. Amazing. Good morning from Greece. Got a bunch of people floating in here from all over the place. So yeah, Germany's crypto wallet reached a balance of 0 on Friday. Government appears to have transferred all of its Bitcoin to different exchanges and market makers, basically relieving that sell pressure a little bit. Arkham Intelligence has been closely tracking European nations' crypto transfers as the German government appeared to follow through with plans to offload 50,000 Bitcoin seized from the now defunct film piracy website Movie 2K. For several days, Germany has been transferring thousands of Bitcoin to different exchanges, and really this has been happening over weeks, and market makers in an apparent effort to sell crypto it seized back in January. So Germany did not hang on to this Bitcoin very long. They needed some damn fiat, which, whatever, right? I mean, you've got El Salvador buying Bitcoin. You've got Germany selling Bitcoin. The European nation's wallet reached a 0 balance on Friday afternoon, according to data compiled by Arkham Intelligence. And you can see where they've transferred their Bitcoins to wallets linked to Bitstamp, Coinbase, Kraken, B2C2 Group, Cumberland DRW, and an unlabeled OTC service address. Also, according to Arkham Intelligence, an on-chain analytics firm. So that's good. Last month, Germany began executing its series of staggered Bitcoin transfers. Yeah, I was going to say it didn't just happen over days. This thing was going on for weeks and nearly sounds like a month. But so that's one piece of news that I think is bullish for us. One of the reasons why Bitcoin I think is pumping. Ethereum's up over 3,300, guys. I mean, how about ETH right here? And a lot of this, guys. A lot of this is because, in my opinion, there's growing speculation that an Ethereum ETF could be coming this week. Now, I don't know for sure. I'm just a dude on the internet hanging out with you guys, bringing you guys up to speed on the news and, scouring the internet, trying to figure out what's going on just like everybody else. But I've seen multiple reports now in the last 2 to 3 days that say an Ethereum ETF could be on the horizon, could be as soon as this week. Now, we shall see. But if and when this happens, we're going to be watching the altcoin market very closely, because if we get that Ethereum pump, you know that other Ethereum-based cryptos should move alongside with it. And I think the longer-term catalyst here with an Ethereum ETF, to me, will unlock the rest of the cryptocurrency market, everything outside of Bitcoin. This, to me, will solidify a lot of the cryptos outside of Bitcoin, and obviously Ethereum will be, stamped with its approval as well. But ETH looking really strong. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and ETH on our charts here. And you can see here Bitcoin on the 4-hour painted a momentum up right here on my trading indicator back here at 58,900. This was on Wednesday where we got, I really like the 4-hour in terms of taking a look at the charts and finding a good entry point. So right here, if you had just your alert set on the 4-hour using XT Algo, my trading indicator, it told you, hey, momentum up means potential buy signal here at 58,900. And you could see we've went up 6+% since then. Would have been a nice little trading opportunity there for you. If you guys are not familiar with XT Algo, links are down below in the description on YouTube. If you're on X, it's in the bio up there. And these prices are slashed in half when you use the discount code that is in that description on YouTube. It's just coupon code XT, and that'll get you 21% off. A little over $1 a day, guys. You could start using this. And I'm telling you guys, all it's going to take is 1 or 2 trades. It's a little over $1 a day because this is down 21%. It's like a little less than 40 bucks. Absolutely unbelievable tool to have in your toolbox. Monthly subscription. You make one big trade every 2-3 months. This thing's going to pay for itself 10 times over. Straight up. I mean, simple as that. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I show these charts all the time. I mean, we could take a look at ETH on the 4-hour. Sure, we got something similar. Yep, here we go. So when did it flash on ETH? Flashed on ETH on Tuesday on the 9th. And since that time frame, we're up 8.61%. It flashed it. Let's see here. Well, I want ETH. I want ETH in dollar terms. There we go. There's your 8.6%. Last 6 days, 8 hours. It flashed it right at $3,086. $3,086. It said, hey, time to take a long here on Ethereum, at least in the short-term trade. And there you go. Momentum up has flashed on the 4-hour. Things are looking good. Hopefully we can regain some momentum and get back up over 3,500 if this trend continues. The technicals on ETH, moving average is looking really good. The only thing we're waiting to see here is the simple moving average 50 day. But all the long-term, moving averages, we're above it. You can see here we're well above the 200-day moving average right now, which is probably the most important one. Now we take a look at Bitcoin. It's going to look very similar. Okay, we're looking to get over the 50 and 100-day, but that 200-day moving average of 58,002 and simple moving average of 59.3, we're looking very nice at 62.7 right now on Bitcoin. So very, very nice to see. Bitcoin is up 48.5% year to date. In the last year over year, up 107%. Still one of the best performing assets out there. Regardless of what people say, the proof is in the pudding with Bitcoin. All you got to do is look at the last 12 years. There's been no better performing asset, period. Okay? So yes, crypto is pumping. We've got altcoins moving too, guys. Welcome in, everybody. Smash the like button. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Happy Monday to you. Lot to get into. We've got so many things happening. We've got a big event coming up on Thursday, which we'll talk about. Trump is still going to Bitcoin Nashville. He announced that yesterday. I was pumped to see that after, obviously, everything that transpired. He's still going to Bitcoin Nashville. We've got an Ethereum ETF that could be coming live this week. We've got meme coins and altcoins that are pumping, which we'll get into that. We've got some XRP news that could break. We got a lot of things happening with XRP. We got to get into XRP. So we've got a lot to get into here on the live stream. We're going to bring this up to 9:30, and then we'll extend the conversation on the Crypto Breakfast Club. Obviously, don't go anywhere after, because we keep it right here for the Crypto Breakfast Club as well. So that'll be, coming up at 9:30. But yeah, Green Thanos, yeah, Watt has looked amazing since the call out by my buddy Mar. We did enter a little position there in Watt. I did sell a little bit too much, though, to be honest with you. I'm going to grab my cord here. Hold on one second. I took a little bit too many profits, to be honest. But you know what? I'm never mad taking profits. But yeah, Watt has looked really good. We will take a look at some of these top altcoins. Got to charge my phones up so we're ready to go for later. But there's been a lot of movement in some of our favorite altcoins. Kendu Inu. I'm sure a lot of people interested in Kendu. Kendu has looked really good past 24 hours or so. I kept saying it looks like we're forming some nice strength in and around that $100 million market cap. We were just under it for a little while, but Kendu's looking very nice, very nice. Let's take a look at XRP real quick. And again, reminder, guys, if you are on X, make sure you hit the retweet button and hit the like button and drop a comment on our live stream that you're watching on X. Retweet that out for us. Really, really does help us out. So you'll see the live somewhere right here on screen, right? Yeah, right here. Just go ahead and like it, repost it, and push that out there for us so more and more people see it. It definitely really helps us out. We only have 7 people who did that, 345 people watching us on X. So if you could take just a split second and do that for us, it really, really is appreciated. So let's take a look at XRP because we got a nice momentum up here on the 4-hour recently. Look at that, 21% move in the last 4 days, 6 hours. Look at that, XT Algo painting a nice move there, right? 21% move to the upside there. All you had to do was follow the momentum up signal using XT Algo, trading indicator that we've been talking about since last August, since it went live. And there you go, 21% move to the upside. And here's the thing with XRP. Things are looking very, very good on the moving averages. The only thing we're waiting for on XRP is reclaiming the SMA. And we actually did recently, but we failed to keep it. Okay, we got up above 54 cents and some change. We just failed to stay there. Now we're building back up, coming back up on that 200-day moving average. So here's to hoping we can get back above that 200-day moving average here on XRP and stay above it. Nice thing here with XRP, if you guys take a look here, just the things that have moved the most in the last week. You've got MogCoin, you've got VeChain making some moves. VeChain very quietly, guys, 36.67% up in the last 7 days. So you guys know that I've been talking about VeChain for a while, since 2021, long-term play, but just great utility. Then you've got Stacks, which I tweeted out this morning. I've been heavy into Stacks for all of 2024. This whole narrative of Bitcoin L2s, bringing smart contracts and DeFi to Bitcoin, right? Stacks is one of the leaders there, if not the biggest, ranked number 31. ICP's up 30%. Maker is up 26.5%. We saw some people that are linked to BlackRock buying Maker over the weekend. Very interesting. So that is MakerDAO. Again, some BlackRock investors pumping the price up here the last week, up 26%. So that's interesting. There's Maker in the last year. Maker still looks really, really good. Maker's one that looks really, really good. So that's looking really strong. MakerDAO sitting there at a 2.5, basically a $2.6 billion market cap, ranked number 34. Again, some BlackRock investors filing in to Maker here. Forsaken says, I'm waiting for XRP to get back where it was before the government started their shit. Yeah, that was a while ago, December 2020. It just doesn't make sense to me how we got billionaires, but not one just empties out the Shiba stash to increase the value. Seems selfish, like they don't want anybody else to win. Well, there's a lot to invest in, Paradise Chasers. And I mean, the big institutional investors, a lot of them don't even know about Shiba Inu, right? No, I'm not from Canada. Everyone can't be rich. That's how money works. For every billionaire, you need like 10,000 families living in poverty. Good morning, Zach. Happy Monday, everyone. Good day to be in crypto. Medman, yes. Good morning. Hola, what's going on, man? Do you have an opinion on Layer 2 Arbitrum? Yeah, I think L2s are going to have their run. I really do. I've got a video coming out at 10 o'clock, guys. Watch it after, later after the spaces and everything. But the SEC starting to have a little bit more clarity on like what's a security, what's not. It's still kind of wonky, but I do like the L2s. You got Arbitrum, you got Optimism, you got Polygon. And shout out again to everybody watching us on YouTube, almost 300 people on YouTube. Make sure you smash the like button on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys know the drill there. And if you are on X, hit that retweet button, please. It does help us out. But yeah, I like Arbitrum, Optimism. I mean, obviously the base chain doesn't have a token, but L2s are going to have their day, for sure. For sure, especially with Ethereum ETF. Easy to say what your XTalgo said to do after it happened. You talk about so many something is going to... Okay, Mike. You will get alerted when that... Here's how it works, my man. So this candle, when this candle closes, this 4-hour candle, you would have got an alert, a text message that momentum up indicator has flashed. If you set your alerts on XRP in the 4-hour, which I walk you through how to do that, here's how it works. You would have gotten this alert on Thursday, July 24th, when this 4-hour candle closed. You would have got a text message to your phone, and you could experience a 21% move to the upside. So before you go out ridiculing people and making an ass of yourself, make sure you understand how things work. But thank you for being here. Good morning, Brenda. How you doing? What do you think about AI tech? Don't know much about it, to be honest. Alicia is in the house. Good morning. Can you give some insight on why did the Coinbase take Engine coin off their platform? They've been doing this a lot. They must feel it could be in some scrutiny with the SEC, maybe. A lot of the exchanges are doing that because they want to get out ahead. I mean, Robinhood did that with things like Polygon and Solana when there was all that, confusion on what's a security and what's not. There's still confusion. But I do have a video coming out today. The SEC has deemed 5 top crypto securities. That'll be coming out in about an hour at 10 o'clock. We've been up early grinding already, getting in all the news and information for you guys. So we've been out here since 6 a.m. already, just catching up on what's going on, everything that's going down right now. New subscriber, Rainbow Spirit, appreciate you, man. Every 2 weeks, 401k puts money in it, puts some amount of Bitcoin. Nice. Yeah, no, that's simple but effective. Hey, Grid, I love it, man. You have a strategy. It's simple. You can do it. I love it. I love it. Kill Switch in the house. What's up, brother? How we doing, man? We all got the alert, brother. Yeah, I mean, if you're using XTalgo and you are using it the right way, how I show you how to use it in the tutorial videos, Bobby, you know what the drill is. I mean, you'd be experiencing a 21% move to the upside. You could do whatever you want right now. Take your profits, whatever, right? Or wait for a momentum down signal to happen here on the 4-hour, and that'll be your sell alert. It's as simple as that. So again, I did not go light with XTalgo, guys. I didn't build this, willy-nilly. I went and found one of the top people to build this. I spent $10,000 just on the indicator itself. And then there's money every month to upkeep it. So I didn't have to do this. I was building it for me personally. And then I said, you know what? I'll share this out there with a bunch of other people. And if you guys don't have to buy it, obviously, but if you want a tool that works, I came in way cheaper than all of the other indicator companies out there. And it's just as good. So there you go. You can try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, full refund too. So if you think I'm full of shit, you can try it for 30 days. If you don't like it in 30 days, we'll get you your money back. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee right on the website. Morning from Milwaukee, nice. Waiting on bull run and to see how election will contribute to the crypto market. Yeah, for sure. There's going to be a lot to talk about around September, November, I feel like, huh? Good morning. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, man? You've been up since 8 p.m. yesterday? Well, that's not healthy, bro. You gotta sleep. Yeah, EMAC, it's all good, bro. EMAC knows how it works. He's been using XTalgo for a while. But I appreciate your support, man, and I appreciate you coming to my defense there, because there are a lot of people who just spew a bunch of stuff and they haven't even used it. They don't even know what it is. I mean, if you've used XTalgo, you know that it works. ST's coming in from North Carolina. Good morning from Mexico. What's up, Walter? India, XRP settlement. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. You know, we've got a lot of things going on. One of the things happening this week, guys, is the SEC's having a closed door meeting. So we'll go over to this. We'll go over to this here for a minute. So XRP's been seeing a nice little pop in the price, right? We know that. So why? What are some reasons we're seeing this price appreciation? A couple different reasons, actually. We had XRP Freedom Day that happened on July 13th. Oops, I want to go full screen with that. So yeah, Freedom Day happened on July 13th. And this is that was the 1-year anniversary of XRP becoming the first altcoin with legal clarity in the United States after Judge Torres declared that the token itself is not a security. Again, first altcoin with legal clarity. And this is true. I mean, really, it happened before Ethereum, before the Ethereum ETF news, which I think in return gives that altcoin legal clarity, right? But before that happened, this was well into, 2023, last year. We saw XRP go up to about $1, close to it. And celebrating that 1-year anniversary definitely helped the price move a little bit. But this is the big one that we're watching for with XRP this week, and really with crypto this week, guys. So the SEC recently scheduled a closed-door meeting for July 18th. We've been talking about this throughout the weekend when we first saw this news come out. Top commissioners are expected to be in attendance. One of the agenda items that is made public, we don't know exactly what it means, but litigation claims. And I think I found an article kind of speaking to that. They did deem 5 crypto securities, and there are 5 cryptos that have been in question for a while. Again, my video on that is coming out at 10 o'clock, an hour from now. We will be live, though, until 11:30, so you can watch that after we get done at 11:30, and check that out for yourself if you're interested in that. The SEC has had a similar meeting with the Ripple lawsuit ending in a settlement. So they have had a meeting before with the Ripple without the Ripple lawsuit ending in a settlement. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be about XRP here. So that's speculation. In the meantime, the SEC and Ripple are awaiting the court's final judgment. So obviously it can come down at any time. Now we got this closed door meeting, so there's speculation that the end of the lawsuit could be near, or we could get some more insight or information related to this. So we'll see. I mean, no matter what, we'll be waiting after that closed door meeting at 2 o'clock on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, to see what comes out of that. And then another reason why the market is just up right now, we mentioned, Germany being done selling their Bitcoin, but also the Fed rates. The broader market probably enjoying a little relief rally fueled by speculation about a potential Fed rate reduction by September 2024. And XRP's feeling a little bit of that as well. ASI is up a little bit, Nate, so that's good to see. Definitely good stuff there to see ASI token up a little bit. From Luxembourg, what's going on? We got some people from South Africa checking in. Aaron Kramer, Y-Town in the house. Really? Let's go. The yo, baby. Evening from Australia, Zach. Check out the PopCat chart. I saw that. What do you say we get into some of the small caps, huh? What do you say we dive into some of the small caps that have been moving? What do you guys think about that? We'll come back to some of the grander stuff with XRP and stuff like that, but people love meme coins. People love altcoins. Let's see what else is moving in the small cap space. If you guys would, go ahead and help me share it out there if you're on YouTube. Definitely hit the like button. Nearly 300 people on YouTube with us. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You're crazy not to. We're grinding for you guys every single day. And if you're over on X, smash that retweet button. I don't know how many we got. Only 13 of them. We should have like 40 or 50 easily. So hit the like button, hit that retweet button on X right here. All right, guys? Do that, and I'll take you inside what's going on with some small caps. We also have a lot going on here. Let me show you this real quick. We also have a lot going on. Before we get to small caps real quick, we also have a lot going on with Jerome Powell this week. Jerome Powell speaking a lot. Some things to look out for this week. Let me show you here. Key events this week, guys. Fed Chair Powell speaks today. Okay? He's speaking today. You got June retail sales data Tuesday, June building permits data on Wednesday, Fed manufacturing data on Thursday. Total of 11 Fed speaker events this week. Crazy. Large banks reporting Q2 2024 earnings as well. So all eyes will be on the Fed and the start of earnings season for sure this week. And obviously this is kind of more macro, but it does kind of fit into crypto and that larger conversation. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at some of our small caps, guys. All right. Some of the things we're tracking. Let's see here. Ooh, Landlord's pumping, huh? Finally reversing a little bit on Landlord. We made some profits on this one. We ran it up. Oh, this thing spiked pretty heavily and then came back down. Yep. Okay. We'll be tracking that. FJB, which is one we've traded a little bit, still way down, but it's up a little bit here. Let me refresh here. There we go. These numbers are a little off. Land Wolf on Ethereum sitting at 49 million, starting to reverse a little bit. We like Wolf on Ethereum and Wolf on Solana. Saitama on Solana, starting to try to reverse. It's been a fallen knife for a while. But Kendu's been a really nice one to watch here. Kendu's back up to 125 mil market cap. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Starting to reverse off that $100 million line. I like what I'm seeing out of Kendu Inu right now. This thing rose up to 270 mil, guys. We were all over this thing, a little over $1 million market cap. Took some profits, of course, on the way up. But we've got a healthy moon bag as well. I think this thing has $1 billion market cap potential. What's on your current radar that you are watching but haven't bought yet? Man, that's a great question. Large caps or small caps, Forsaken? Talking about large caps or like small caps? Because that really does make a difference. Patriots coin does still look good. That was a pre-sale we talked about a little bit on the Crypto Breakfast Club. It has looked pretty solid. Real Dominican with a $5 donation. Touchgrass network base. I'm going now into surgery today. Half my kidney will be gone. My man, good luck with your surgery. I know you're always in the Breakfast Club. We're praying for you, brother. We love you. And you've got our support. Can't wait to see you make a healthy, full recovery. And please keep us posted, man. And I have no doubt that you'll be back with us in the Breakfast Club, hanging out. And can't wait to see you back in there, man. So definitely keep you in our thoughts today. Like the smash button, people. Michael knows the drill. Hey, Zach, what's the lowest price you think Bitcoin will hit today? Lowest price it'll hit today? Who knows, Logan? I mean, I don't really trade Bitcoin, though. You know, I just buy it. I buy a little bit every day. Let's go with small cap. It's tough, man. Honestly, I'm pretty much in everything I want to be in the small cap space. I'm trying to sift through here and see if there's something that I don't have a ton of that I would want more of. To be honest with you, I can't think of anything at this moment. I mean, I do think PayPay here at 108 mil market cap. I mean, this isn't necessarily small cap, but I think this is a decent buying opportunity on the dip here, depending on where you got in on PayPay. I will say that. I would say I think K9 is going to do some things. It's way down right now. I know that chart looks absolutely a mess, but they actually are building like really good utility. So I feel like this thing has bottomed out. I can't see it going much lower than this at a $4 million market cap. I would say Bitcoin on base. I own a little bit, but I'm tracking it. Might be buying a little bit more of this. So I'm giving you something here, Forsaken. Let's see what else. Looking at all my tokens that I have here. Yeah, I mean, those three stand out to me. For sure. Yeah, those three stand out. I do think the Trump coins are going to pump again too. You know, so I mean, some of these are already relatively large, like Donald Trump's at 45 mil, but I do think we're going to get another pump out of this. And you know, you look at MAGA, it's down today, but still trending on this like support line at a $80 million market cap. I do think we're going to get a pop out of this too. I mean, you're probably talking like 2, 3, 4X's. You know, but I think there's a lot of these where you can find some good plays still on these Trump coins from now leading up to the election. Yeah, Shibnobi on base is another small cap I like. It is recovering nicely today, Luke. Good call. Yeah, it is. Okay, starting to build back up here. This is a small cap. Shibnobi on base, 263K market cap, 372 holders. Third day in a row here of a green candle working. I do like this as a high-risk, high-reward play. If Shibnobi on base gets some of those old Shibnobi investors from 2021 looking at this, remember, they had 70,000 holders. It was a $1 billion market cap. So they're trying to rebuild it, kind of like what they're doing with the Saitama takeover. That thing got to, what, 10 million? I mean, there's no reason why Shibnobi on base can't at least get to 1 million or 2 million market cap. And then hopefully with some big whales coming in, once you reach those thresholds, you could see this thing start to move. Oh, here's VSG. VSG, Vitalik Smart Gas, up a little bit. Still down pretty significantly, but I do think eventually this one will move too. They're building really good tech over here. They've got their layer 1 now out. I like Turbo quite a bit still, making a nice little reversal here today. Maybe this is the move to the upside here for Turbo. Turbo on Ethereum, 279 mil market cap. We've been talking about PAL AI for a really long time. I thought we were going to start to reverse on PAL. 3 days in a row, we're reversing on PAL AI. This is 215 mil market cap. But I still think there's a lot of upside here with PAL. I think we can get, we got close to $1 billion market cap. Really close. And I think we can get there. So I still think there's some legs up on PAL AI. ZKML, this is one we've liked for a while. We traded it quite a bit. It's way down now. We traded it twice here on these spikes. ZKML is pretty legit, though. They're building on the XRPL ledger. I was trying to bring their Twitter up. Pioneering privacy and security with blockchain and AI frameworks, integrating advanced networks like HGACESS, Wormhole, and Anon to empower our applications. So I am watching that still. Based AI is another one I like. 129 mil market cap. It's up a little bit today, but still looking really good on the macro. This thing's been out since September 2023. Based AI is kind of in a partnership, if you will, once you kind of dig in with Pepe coin. This is the original Pepe coin, not the Pepe that's at, in the billions, but this Pepe coin is the original one from 2016. Guys, we're on a big line of support right now. I think we could bounce off this pretty hard. We're sitting at a $292 million market cap here on Pepe coin. Check token called Touch Grass on Base Network. Okay, we'll do, bro. Touch Grass. But I do like Pepe coin a lot there, guys. Touch Grass on Base. Interesting. 185K liquidity. Okay. Interesting. We'll track this one. Touch Grass. There you go. Real Dominican putting out some alpha. Yeah, Friends on Base has bottomed out. Another high risk, high reward play. And it's a play where you can win money every week, right? Thanks for this one, though, RDT. This looks interesting. We'll have to look into this. These are both pre-sales, Nate. I mean, I never go heavy into these. You just never know. We saw Slothana go absolutely insane, right? With these pre-sales meme coins, you just never know, right? So I never invest when I'm willing to lose on these. Few $100 at all of them, and all you're looking for is one of them to go crazy. And that's what we did with Slothana, right? And that kind of wipes out the other ones where you break even or you win a little bit, lose a little bit. Got it below 50K, small, $40, and now making money. Nice. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I made a video about him, Corey. I'm going to put like $200-300 into it. Nothing I can't afford to lose. And we'll see what happens, right? Like that's what I usually do with these small cap meme coin plays, especially in pre-sale. I don't go very heavy in them. You don't have to, right? And I try to get my initial basis out as soon as possible. Then let the rest ride. That's how I play the small cap space. I think the issue is, you get into these pre-sales and you usually see a big sell-off right out of the gate because all the pre-sellers, their money's liquid. They could just sell off. So if you don't get into the pre-sale on some of these small cap meme coins, wait until the big first sell-off because it usually happens. Wait for that big sell-off, and then if you still believe in the project, you're researching, you still like what they're doing, then buy the bottom because usually it'll go below launch, and you could buy the bottom. And then hopefully there's a second pump, right? So that's kind of the way to play that, I think. Real quick, let's take a look at some of the other large caps here. Dogecoin still under 12 cents. Cardano, 44 cents. Avalanche up a little bit. SHIB's back into the 18 range, $10.6 billion market cap. Chainlink up a little bit here today as well. Caspa looking good, just under 18 cents. Nice. Pepe bouncing up nicely. We mentioned artificial superintelligence, ASI, up almost 12% today. It's a new alliance formed between the 3 AI crypto projects coming together. Stacks, one of my favorites, looking really strong here. VeChain looking good. Chronos still down below 10 cents right now. I think that's a good get, under 10 cents. Render's up almost 6%. Arbitrum, Immutable X making a nice jump up here today. There's Sui back at 80 cents. I like that. Arweave, one that I've talked about before that I like. Ondo Finance, back up over $1. Love it. Love me some Ondo Finance, guys. Really like Ondo. Guys, remember, they're partnered up with BlackRock, Ondo Finance. Lido Dow's up over 5%. Jasmine making some noise today, huh? Jasmine making some noise. Am I shadow banned? I don't know. What do you mean? Why do you think so, Johnny? Did you not see the live stream pop up or something? I have heard a lot of people say that. If you want to help people see it, you guys can hit the retweet button on X, hit the like button, and on YouTube, obviously, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. But you should ring the notification bell if you're on YouTube so you don't miss out when we go live. You'll get notified. SHIB could flip Avalanche. Let's see. Oh, it just did. Yeah, it just did. SHIB just flipped Avalanche into the 12th spot. Nice. Good stuff. I think it's an issue with YouTube. Messages disappear. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Keep my eye on it. ETH having an EMA cross right now, going up, guys. Yeah, things are looking very, very nice. Let's see. Where is my chart? Let's take a look at our moving averages on ETH. Yeah, the last 12 hours, man, look at this. Coiling up nicely here. We're still waiting for that 50-day SMA. That's the only thing we're waiting to recapture there at 3467. 3467 is what we need. $3,467. That nice V-shaped recovery since the 3rd. The month did not start out good in July, but it's starting to build back up. Starting to build back up. Guys, reminder, we are 10 minutes away from the Crypto Breakfast Club. You can hear it live. You don't have to go anywhere. It's going to be broadcasted live right here on X. If you want to join the conversation, you're going to have to go to X, though, and get on through there and actually be part of the conversation. But if you just want to listen in, you don't have to go anywhere. You stay right on the live stream right here on X, or whether you're listening on X or YouTube. Stay right here, Crypto Breakfast Club. We got 1,000 people with us right now, which is beautiful. We'll fire this thing up. We're going to have the Crypto Breakfast Club coming at you live in 10 minutes, where we get to hear from a lot of different people and their opinions on the market. Ethereum ETF could be coming this week. Rumors are swirling about that. Which altcoins and meme coins could pump this week? Are we looking at XRP and the whole SEC behind closed door meeting? We're looking at a lot of stuff. We're going to be breaking it down on the Crypto Breakfast Club, which you can follow us on X as well right here. Crypto B, CLUBB. Crypto Breakfast Club right here, our X space, hosted at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. We live stream it right here on YouTube and X, though, too. So that's going to be epic, coming up in 9 minutes now, 9 minutes away. Let's take a look at some of the top news here. If we look at the latest, bullish momentum building on the Bitcoin chart. Is the worst over for Bitcoin? What's needed for an ascension to continue? Let's see what they say. When Bitcoin has experienced sharp declines for a long time in the face of selling pressure from Mt. Gox and the German government, the selling pressure seems to be over. Now, we know the German government is out of Bitcoin to sell. Ben Simpson, founder of crypto research platform Collective Shift, said he believes a local bottom is formed in Bitcoin. BTC price has entered an upward trend. We have seen weakness in Bitcoin and crypto over the last few months, but I think the worst may be over. Even if there's a short-term weakness, it's likely that the dip will be bought and that the decline will be very short, with positive support such as the launch of the Ethereum ETF and, of course, the increased likelihood of a more pro-crypto U.S. presidential candidate, Trump, potentially being elected. This week's attack on Trump has had a positive impact on his re-election chances. Former President Trump's pro-cryptocurrency stance has boosted Bitcoin and crypto holdings in the process. Keep in mind, Trump announced yesterday that he's still going to be going to Bitcoin Nashville. Still going to Bitcoin Nashville, guys. So I'm sure we talked quite a bit about this, but yeah, Donald Trump, one of the main speakers at Bitcoin Nashville, the main speaker, on the last day there on the 27th. I'll be out there in Nashville for the event, so that should be a ton of fun. Should be pretty epic there. Short-term pressure in Bitcoin may continue the summer months. So this is another crypto analyst that he's basically saying that we could turn 60K resistance now into support. So the price should remain stable above the $60,000 level for a little while. He argued that in order for Bitcoin to rise to 65K and above, it must first regain its 50-day and 100-day simple moving averages, which I'm pretty sure those are the only two we're waiting on. The 50 and the 100-day, right? Yep. So the 50-day 64 and some change, the 100-day 64.5. So 64.026 and 64.5 is what we're waiting on Bitcoin. That's what we need to get to in order to really get ramped up and recapture 65K and really be in the driver's seat for an upward trend. Bone did go up recently. Where's it at? Yeah, Bone's on a nice little uptrend. Back up to 50 cents. There you go. So, I mean, there you go. Could have bought down here at 38 cents. Momentum up flashed here on the 4-hour for us right here. 9 days ago, a little 14% move to the upside there on Bone. We really, really like Bone here. Right at 50 cents, I mean, I think a 3 to 4x here, relatively short term, could be in the cards here for Bone. Really like that play. Especially if we get that Ethereum ETF sooner rather than later, which, I mean, obviously I think we're all counting on it. So a lot of the analysts liking where we are right now with Bitcoin. XRP will flip Ethereum at the $6.50 range. Well, if you're interested in finding that out, we can actually look at that. It's called the crypto or the coin perspective. It's a good tool for you to know about too. If Ethereum, or we'll do if XRP had Ethereum's market cap. There you go. So in order for XRP to take over Ethereum, it actually would have to get to $7.22. So you don't even have to do the math. Basically, this is if XRP had Ethereum's market cap today, one XRP would be worth $7.22, an upside of 13x from here. The Fine token in the house. What up, Fine community? What's going on? What's happening? Mayo, how we doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown there. If we do, let's see here. We can do, what if Dogecoin were to get to Ethereum's market cap? $2.78, 23x. What if Doge were to get to XRP's market cap? Not that far away. Dogecoin would be at 20 cents, upside of 72%. So Doge flipping XRP, very feasible. Doge flipping TON, very feasible. 9%, it's right on the heels. Where's Dogecoin at, actually? Let's see here. Up 5+%. Okay, showing some strength a little bit here. Dogecoin is. Last 7 days, starting to make a little upside. Uptail movement here, reversal pattern. It was just back in March that we reached our highest point since December 2021. Look at that. I think Doge is very undervalued, though. Very undervalued. Pepe. Let's take a look at Pepe. Pepe on the 4-hour. Nice consolidation here on Pepe. Let's go into the 1 day. Slowly reversing here on Pepe. Still haven't got our momentum up on the 1 day. Still waiting for that breakout. From a technical standpoint, see, it's not as bullish because Pepe went up so hard. We need to reclaim that zero. So we're still waiting for Pepe to get over its 20, its 30, its 50, its 100-day moving average. It is above its 200-day, which is good. 200-day moving average. You can see there at the bottom is at the 782 and the 686. So we're still looking good there on the macro, like 200-day, but these short-term moving averages are very high because of how hard Pepe ran there, like within a couple months span, right? So Pepe looks a little bit different than the rest of the market because of that. Here's that touch grass, the one that RGT put out there, almost 200K market cap now, moving up a little bit. Interesting. Interesting play there. Could be an interesting play. Over on base. Might have to make a play at this at some point. Hopefully it doesn't go up too much here. I can't do it while I'm on stream, though. I could, actually. All right, guys, we are 1 minute away. We're getting ready to start the Crypto Breakfast Club. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for the Breakfast Club to fire up today? We're getting ready to start it right here on the stream. We are, for the next 2 hours, going to be live with the Crypto Breakfast Club Twitter space, guys. You guys are right here in the right place at the right time. We're talking Ethereum ETFs. We're talking rumors are swirling about what's going to be happening with the SEC behind closed door meetings, which altcoins and meme coins could be pumping. We're going to cover it all for you guys. So you're in the right place right here, and it's time. We got to start the space, guys. It is time. The space starts now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. We are fired up, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another beautiful day with the Crypto Breakfast Club, the squad. All right, people listening on the live streams, we're going to get ready to start this thing. You guys ready to rock and roll? You guys ready to rock and roll? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome inside the Crypto Breakfast Club. We are live to start the week. Hopefully everybody's doing fantastic out there. We do have almost 1,100 people with us live right now on X and YouTube. Shout out to everybody over there. And of course, we've got our space running right now to kick off the week. A lot going on here, a lot going on. Ethereum ETF, rumors swirling, obviously. A lot of people think it could come down this week. We've got Jerome Powell speaking quite a bit this week related to the Fed interest rates. We have the SEC with a behind closed door meeting coming up on Thursday at 2 p.m. What could that be about? There's a lot of speculation. Could it be about XRP, the Ripple versus SEC case? Could it be about Binance? Could it be about just general crypto regulation? I've got a video coming out on my YouTube channel about a half hour talking about where we could look also in terms of some of the litigation issues, some of the cryptos that have been deemed securities by the SEC. So a lot going on. The German government is done selling their damn Bitcoin. They have none left. They sold it all for fiat. So good luck, Germany. But that has been, I think, a nice little catalyst for us. They were done selling their Bitcoin on Friday, guys. So once that kind of happened, you saw the market start to pump throughout the weekend. Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking absolutely fantastic. BTC and ETH looking awesome right now. Looking great. Bitcoin up over 62.6 right now, 62,600. Ethereum up over 3,300. Both of these have claimed some major moving average targets, which are really a big deal, right? When we consider, the overall sentiment. But again, Friday, I think the fact that German government Bitcoin sell-off comes to an end as their wallet reached a zero balance, I think that helped us. I didn't think people should have been freaking out as much as they were anyway, because it really wasn't going to impact the charts all that much. But it is what it is, right? So a lot of the analysts out there, I've been up since early this morning. I've been up for the last 3.5, 4 hours, just kind of, getting myself together and getting up to speed. A lot of the analysts out there feel as if, Bitcoin 60,000, which was resistance. Oh, Andy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, yo, how are you going to speak before me? Come on.
I think it was in his pocket. I think it was in his pocket. But a lot of the analysts thought that, the $60,000 resistance was a big barrier, and now we could turn that 60K into support and hold above 60K for a little bit here with Bitcoin. So that's some good news. Ethereum ETFs, I think, are the big one here, right? Ethereum ETF's the big one. Do we get it this week? What's going on? Why is the SEC meeting behind closed doors on Thursday? Is it related to Ethereum ETF? Is it related to XRP? Is it related to Binance? What's going on there? All of the above? I don't know. But these are some of the topics and discussions we'll get into today, guys. We'll also talk more about meme coins, altcoins, what we're trading, what we're looking at, how we're making money. Obviously, what transpired this weekend with Trump. There's been a ton of new Trump coins launching. Be careful. A ton of them are scams. But there also are some OG Trump coins out there. I know Zach has been trading one MAGA for a while. I was really early to Donald Trump. And there's a bunch of them out there. But Zach, what's going on, man? Good morning. What's on your mind? What's happening?
Oh, my God. What a weekend, honestly. Everything has shifted into the political sector. I'm pretty much trading 3 tokens. Maybe I'll talk about them later. There's some new ones MAGA, obviously. But I'm just holding that position right now because I know people are pulling from that to get into the new launches. So I still think that'll do well. I'm really on the political stuff right now. I mean, with what happened to Trump, it's that is the catalyst right now. I mean, that's why we see Bitcoin at 62. And you think that's pumping now. Wait until it comes out to speak at Bitcoin conference. That is going to be the point.
Great point. I didn't mean to break you off. I'll bring you right back. But yeah, he announced last night, guys, that he is still speaking at Bitcoin Nashville. I mean, the guy was playing golf 24 hours later and got his ear cut off. I mean, guy was out on the golf course, which is crazy. But he said he's going to Bitcoin Nashville still. I agree. I mean, why do you think the market's pumping though, Zach, on this news? I mean, is it just like a trolling thing? Is there a real reason, or what do you think? Put it this way: does it have more to do with the German government being done, or what's what? Go ahead.
Am I Reagan or is that Zach? Oh, sorry.
That was Zach.
Listen, if Trump didn't survive that, we would see a big dump. The fact that he survived and basically said fight, I think that in more political terms, I think a lot of the independents and stuff, that are, I live in a pretty democratic area. I'm more on the Republican side, but I see people shifting in that direction. I think the independents, their vote just got swayed. And for me, that's extremely bullish for crypto. I mean, Trump is the crypto president. So I think with what just happened to him, that is the reason we're pumping. And also the fact that Germany sold the last bit of their Bitcoin. It's literally just all these events happening back to back is the catalyst. And that's what I see completely. And I pay close attention to it. And I'm really just trading these Trump meme stuff, and it is pumping like crazy. I got in to a couple of them about $1 million market cap. Some of them are 14, 15 million right now. I just unpaid one that I got in at like 500K, and that thing's like 2 million right now. So I am shifting. I have to. I move where the money moves. And I think the huge dramatic push is going to be when Trump speaks again. If he didn't survive that, we would see a huge swing to the downside. It would be the end all, I think. Well, not end all, but it'll be a huge hit to crypto. So the fact that he survived, now he's golfing the next day, and he's going to speak at Bitcoin, we're going to see the pump. So, I mean, getting into these positions, I'm heavily in the political narrative right now just because what's happening. Like I said, and I'll always say I move with the times and what's happening. You have to look. I still have my good plays, but right now everything is getting pushed to the side because of Trump. And if you're not following that narrative, you're going to miss out on money. Not financial advice, but I mean, it's basic concept right here in trading 101. You move where the money moves. So that's what I'm at. And then if the ETFs get approved, that's another catalyst. So it's all kind of building up, I think, to see the bull run. And, if he speaks on crypto, he might actually onboard, the older generation into crypto. And that's what we need. We need retail to come back. It's just a bunch of us trading in this inner circle, pumping these coins and stuff. But with him speaking at Bitcoin, I think he might have the leverage to onboard people into crypto. So, and with like Coinbase smart wallets and stuff, it's going to be very seamless and easy, I think, this bull run. So just lining up in those positions and watching the political stuff, I thought it would be more towards the lines of, the nominations and, a few months down the road. But the fact that he got shot just changed everything dramatically. And if you're sleeping on that, then you're going to miss out on, gains. It sucks to use, that kind of stuff or, our gains and stuff like that. But this is crypto and you got to move with the money. That's my personal opinion. And already I've seen wins this weekend. It's been crazy. I'm like in and out of 3 projects like crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Just pay attention. I'll mention a few of them on here. Some of them are more stable than the others, but they'll be later down the line. Okay, I'll shut up now.
No, I love the insight, Zach. Love it, and I can't wait to hear what you got for us. Trading some tokens out there. I see your corp down there. Your corp was trading something. We'll get to you in just a minute because I like what you threw out there on the live stream. If you guys don't know, we go live 8:30 a.m. Eastern on X and YouTube. We bring it right up to the Crypto Breakfast Club. So every Monday through Friday, it's 3 hours, nonstop, hard-hitting crypto content for you guys. And I love this 2-hour block because we get a ton of different perspectives, and it's kind of perfect. It gets my mind right. It gets me in the right frame of mind, and then we roll into this and have everybody jump in and hear from everybody and get the conversation really rolling. So if you guys have not retweeted the space, if you're in the space, definitely do that real quick. Please share it out there. Hit the like button. Drop a comment. Do all that stuff that helps the algorithm. It really does mean a lot to us. We're really trying to build something special here, and we're in the midst of doing that. Almost 1,200 people with us live right now across the live streams and the space itself. I did get hit pretty hard here this weekend, Zach. So about an hour after, I'm sure you saw this, there were tons of live new pairs, all about Trump and EAR and all of this stuff. I got blasted pretty good. Now, luckily, I didn't put a ton in there. I can afford to lose a sol, and I'm okay. It's not going to change my life. I threw a sol into one. And I checked it quickly. It said no honeypot, but it had a freeze mechanism. Okay, and Zach, you might be able to speak to this even more than me. So is this kind of the new honeypot? Because the honeypot checker said it was all clear. It's not one of those things where you throw your money in and you can't get it out from a honeypot standpoint, but it's basically the same thing because they can just freeze whoever they want to. I found this thing at 20K market cap, guys. I put a sol in at 20K. It was like ticker symbol EAR, so don't invest in it. But I threw it in, I put a sol in there, and I watched it go from 20K to over $1 million in literally 10 minutes. And obviously, I watched my $150 go up to, I don't even know, at one point it was like worth $4,000 or some shit. But couldn't get it out. My account was frozen, and then I started looking into it, and yeah. So, Zach, are you aware of this?
Yes. Next time, Zach, I've been telling everyone, if when you get a new contract like that, send it to me. I can run it through something. It will tell me the hidden functions. As long as the contract's renounced, they can't really do anything. Sometimes contracts, when they're written up, they have all these functions. But if they pretty much renounce it, they can't change those functions. But any kind of new plays like that, 10K, 12K, send me the contract address and I can tell you, what's going on before you dump your money in there. I've seen that definitely. Some of these plays I've waited a little bit longer to see how it's moving, but I always run it through a certain thing I have to make sure I can at least get my money out. Whether I lose it or not, that's my own thing. But have it be a honeypot is terrible. And what they're doing now is they're hiding it in the, in the actual coding where a lot of things aren't picking it up, and they can stop that. Yeah, that's pretty bad stuff. I wonder what project that is.
It's called EAR. Let me see if I can find it. And here's the thing. What makes this difficult, Zach, is when you find something like that and you're in full Degen mode, it's called the EAR stays on Solana. Yeah, it's sitting at a $4 million market cap, it says, but it's not. I mean, because nobody can move it. I think there's a bunch of them. I don't know which one. Just don't invest in any of them. But what's frustrating is, and I guess it's kind of like this conundrum. And here's the thing. I never invest more than I'm willing to lose. Like that $150 is gone. It's in a slot machine. I don't care. But I was like, all right, let me just try my hand at this because I thought it was like, clever or whatever. The EAR stays on, EAR on Solana, whatever. You want to be in early. And I think sometimes that's when you make your mistakes, right? I mean, all the time. Because you're just like, oh my God, it's 20K. And literally, if you take 60 seconds, it can go from 20K to 120K or 200K. You missed a 10X, so, and I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm speaking from making the mistake. And like, I'm not afraid to tell you guys, like I made the mistake, lost $150. But yeah, man, that's what's difficult for me. When I'm degenning, it's like I try to run it through something quickly and at least like cross-check it quickly, but like I don't want to miss it because it's at 20K, you know what I mean? It's, it's kind of the conundrum I always find myself.
Yeah, that's the FOMO.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the FOMO we talk about. But But taking that extra 60 seconds and making sure it's not a honeypot will save you in the end. Like, we always talk about this kind of stuff. Yeah, you might miss that extra pump, but knowing that you can get your money out is the key to this. I would rather miss a 2x and be able to get my money out than not run it through something that I have and completely honeypot it, and you're screwed. It doesn't matter. That's why it ran so high, because no one could take their money out. So, doing your due diligence is good, and I'm always open. People can DM me here on Twitter, and I can run it through something. The only thing it doesn't work on right now is Shibarium, but it works on pretty much every chain, and I can see hidden functions to, save people, and that's why we're here to help people.
No, appreciate that, and that's why you guys should definitely get into the Telegram too on the Crypto Breakfast Club. Just go to my profile. Make sure you're following Crypto Breakfast Club. I would put them in the space, but every time I do it, I sound like a robot with my 2 phones on or whatever. Yeah, get in there and get in the Telegram and make sure you're in there. So then, yeah, because this is something where you can ask Zach or ask somebody. I mean, Zach's kind of the expert here, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'll defer to him when it comes to some of the inner workings of contracts and things like that. I'm just a dude trying to make it. But Paid, what's going on, man? What's happening?
I'm just a dude. It's hilarious. Bro, I was listening to your live stream earlier, and that guy came on talking about XT Algo, and you're like, next time, don't get on and make an ass of yourself, and I was dying.
Bro, I love to respectively say F you,
fuck.
There's no better feeling to respectively say F you, and do it in the most respectful way possible.
Fuck. That was so funny. I was crying.
I enjoy it.
I wish I had the ability to speak when that live stream, because I was crying. That shit was mad funny. Yo, what's up, fucking Breakfast Club, Crypto Breakfast Club? You know what time it is. First of all, Zach Humphries only hit 100K. Why are we not at 200K? What are you people doing? Get over there, start liking, start sharing, get it going. I'm doing the Donald Trump hands. You can't see it, but I'm doing them. All right? And Trump survived, so good for him. Fuck yeah, dude. Getting shot. Now he got some street cred. Now he can go to any hood. He'll be all right. It don't matter what hood he's in. He can just go up to the hood and chill out for as long as he wants. Listen,
Many
this
men
week,
wished upon me.
Listen, Zach, did you see 50 Cent? 50 Cent did a concert and had Trump's face on like the Jumbotron or whatever behind him on stage on his body from the original album cover.
Jesus.
Oh, God, it's great. But listen, guys, first, make sure you're following all the speakers. You know what time it is. It's Crypto Breakfast Club. We got a lot to get over and get through this week. There's a lot going on. We got some plays coming up. But VeChain, I told you guys VeChain at like 2 cents. And listen, VeChain, I'm telling you right now, its all-time high is right about a 10x from here, maybe a little less. It's probably, for all-time high right now, it's probably like a 9x, maybe even an 8.5x, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm writing it down now.
27 cents.
Go ahead.
27 cents. I think.
Yeah, right around 27, 20, 28, 27. Yeah, something like that. Right now, I'm telling you guys now, and I'm underexposed, so I'm feeling a little antsy right now of not having the amount I really want in VeChain. But I think VeChain's going to $1, and I've been saying that all year. If it gets to if it goes to 10x from here, it gets to right around its all-time high. I don't see why it can't do another 3 from there. I don't. VeChain, they were doing real-world assets before real-world assets were cool. Like, they were already doing supply chain, and they're one of the few cryptocurrencies available in mainland China. Like, that's huge, guys. China doesn't like a lot of crypto. They don't really like Bitcoin. They don't really like a lot of things. They do like VeChain. VeChain is also one of the top sponsors for the UFC. Guys, I'm telling you right now, VeChain to $1, maybe end of the cycle, or close to it, maybe 90 cents, 85 cents is the most conservative estimate for me. But I think $1 this cycle is really on the table right now. Again, they're already working. They work with Walmart, China. They work with all these companies to for supply chain stuff, for all the assets they have under their control, basically. So definitely check out VeChain. I'm very bullish on that. I'm a little underallocated right now, so I feel like I'm chasing, which you're not supposed to do. But VeChain has always been one of my top tier, I guess you can say, go-to altcoins. I love VeChain. VeChain's great. That's kind of all I got. Just make sure you're liking and sharing the room. Joining in the Telegram. Don't forget, we do have Shark Tank Wednesday, this Wednesday. And, we're always looking for new projects to drop on Shark Tank Wednesday, and we will grill you. If your project don't sound like it's up to snuff, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to ask some hard-hitting questions. But that's about it, man. Zach, good morning. I know Eurocorp was in here. Shout out to Eurocorp. He is going into surgery today. So, everyone says some prayers for him. He's a big supporter of the Crypto Breakfast Club. He's been a big supporter of my project. We talked in the back channels a lot. He invested in my project. I think he invested in Coyote. Don't quote me on that, but I think he did. So, guys, give him some prayers. He was in the room a little bit earlier. He might have already left. I know it's kind of early over there, and he does have a surgery. I think he said on his liver, Zach, something like that. And I just texted him in the back channels also to make sure, some well wishes. So, kidney. So guys, just make sure, reaching out to him, because, let's make sure he comes back to the Breakfast Club with some more alpha. I heard about the touch grass thing, Zach. What is that? Because I put it in and I put it into a Coinbase wallet to see if I can swap it, and there's like 30 of them. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So, which one is that he was talking about?
Yeah. So he's talking about touch grass on base. I believe it's the one that's 212K market cap. Contract ending in A356. Looks very interesting. Zach, you might like this. I'm showing it on the live stream right now, by the way. So if you're one of the almost 1,200 people on the live stream, you guys can see this. But if you're on the X Space, it's touch grass ending in A356. 218K market cap, 52K liquidity, 77 holders. Yeah, he called this one while I was live this morning. So thoughts and prayers with him and the family. He's been a huge supporter. I know he'll come out of there even stronger, and he'll be right back in here with us. So can't wait to see him back in here. And just on the macro a little bit, Paige, you touched on VeChain. I'll just highlight a couple of things at the top. Things that are up right now in the last 7 days that are in the top 100 that are leading the way. And then we'll get over to Zach and Barkoshi here. We've got MogCoin, a new meme coin that we haven't talked a lot about, but it's been looking really good. It's in the top 100 now, ranked number 91 on CoinMarketCap. It's up 58% on the week, top gainer in the last 7 days. VeChain is number 2, up 37% in the last 7 days. Stacks, STX, one of my personal favorites. I think I tweeted it out this morning. It's up 35% in the last 7 days. ICP, Internet Computer, up 31% last 7 days. MakerDAO is up 27%. Read an article this morning when I was going through all of my news and information that there's some big backers of BlackRock on MakerDAO. So take a look at that. You might find that interesting. They're ranked number 34. Overall chart looks really strong too on Maker. MKR is the ticker there. They're up 27%. A lot of that volume seemingly coming in from some big backers at BlackRock. Then we've got a couple others making some noise. Pendle, which is in the RWA space, up 25% on the week. BitTensor Tau, I know Mutasco's talked a lot about that one. That's an AI crypto, up 26% in the last week. Optimism, one of the top L2s, up 21+% in the last week. Top L2s on Ethereum. Keep your eye on there, on those, because I think those will start moving when we get an Ethereum ETF. XRP, up 20% in the last 7 days. They had XRP Day, or the 1 year anniversary of it being deemed not a security on the retail side of things. That happened 2 days ago on the 13th. So it's up 20+%. Who knows? Maybe we get some XRP news this week with that behind closed doors SEC meeting taking place at 2 p.m. on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And then SUI is another one I like, up 17.5% in the last week. Cardano up 17% as well in the last 7 days. So just a little bit of a rundown there for you, some things that are moving here in the last 7. But Zach, go ahead, and then we'll get over to Barkoshi. And
Zach, real quick, guys, don't forget, this week we're going to start posting I guess you can call it crypto breakfast clips. So we're going to have the podcast available in the actual audio clips. I did find a ripper for the audio for Zach's live stream. as quote unquote episodes going forward, so people can, you can come back and listen whenever. Hopefully we find a way to, get that on like Spotify, I guess Apple Music and all those other ones. I'll have Zach, do more, figure that out for us so we can get that set up. But those will be available so you guys can come back and, always listen. It's not always about being in the live space. We do appreciate you being here, but also sometimes you can't make it. And you know what? Come back later. That's it.
Yeah, and we do have a project. Sorry, you mentioned this, Zach. We have a project. It's called Flork on Ethereum. I'm showing it on the live stream right now. It's a $3.82 million market cap, a little over 1,000 holders, pretty good volume. They're going to be joining us for Shark Tank Wednesday. We also have a few others interested right now. We may bring up HGACESS, which they've been a longtime partner here with us on the Crypto Breakfast Club, but they haven't had a Shark Tank spot just yet. We're only in week 3 of Shark Tank, so we've got HGACESS. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they want to come up. Got a bunch of feelers out there, people interested too, that haven't confirmed. But we do have one confirmed. That's Flork on Ethereum. I'm showing it on the live stream. I'll drop it in the comments as well here on the actual space, so you guys can check that out. I'll drop it on my pinned post. Right here on X for you. There you go. Just drop the contract in there. So Flork will be joining us on Wednesday for sure, and we'll see if we can fill out the stage. If you are a project you're interested, or if you think a project may be interested, reach out to Zach, Pate, or myself, and we'll take it from there. Zach, go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah. I can get you the details on the podcast on iTunes and stuff. I mean, before this, I was a producer, so I know how to get on all that stream. So I'll send that to you in the back channels. But I did want to announce my plays before. I know it's going to turn into some more macro stuff, but these are the plays I'm in right now, and I do like to announce it. I got into some of these yesterday, and one, I think early this morning. So this is what I'm in right now. So Fight to MAGA. That's ETH. Ticker is Fight. Market cap's 13.22 million. The holders are about 4.62K, which is what I look for. Huge. I got into that one at a million market cap. That's on the E side. And then the other one is Fight on Solana, but it's just Fight is the ticker. That's at about a 14 million market cap. I got into that one about a 1 million market cap, and they got 7,000 about 7,500 holders. So that one might even do better than the ETH one just because of the holder count. And then the one I got into about 500,000 market cap, I just sent it to Paid earlier. That one is, where is it? That one's MAGA Pepe. That's ETH. That's about, right now it's pretty early still. It's 2.63 million market cap, and that's got 1,000 holders. So all pretty really decent holders. They're not honeypot, so we're going to watch this through the week and see where this ends up. But
Zach,
I'll probably
real quick,
take some profits, about 20 million market cap. Yep.
Real quick, MAGA Pepe on ETH, 2.63 mil market cap, a little over 1,000 holders,
Yep.
4.48 million
Yep.
in volume. Okay. I'm showing all these on the live stream too, and I'm putting them on my watch list, so I just want to make sure.
Hey, Zach, can you actually put those in, I guess, the comments as well, like the contract addresses and stuff? Is that
Yeah, I can do
possible?
that. Yeah.
You can too, Paid.
Or the Jumbotron.
You can do it Paid.
Yeah,
What-
Paid, drop them in there. Drop them
I
up
don't
on the
know
jumbo.
I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. That's why I'm asking you.
You're not
to do
paying
it,
attention.
Zach.
You're looking at the damn ocean.
What's wrong with that? Why are you complaining?
Yo, Paid, I sent you the contract address earlier for that.
No, not for me. For people in the room.
I
Zach.
know, but you
Jesus
can put
Christ.
the work in and drop the contract. Put that
I don't
work
have
in,
the
boy.
contract for every one, Zach. You gave me one contract. You didn't give me three, did you? You just announced three. You said these are my 3 plays, and did you give me 3 contracts? No, you gave us none.
Listen here, I hate lazy people.
Mutasco, which contract did you hear? Which one? What number? Exactly. He didn't even say nothing.
All right, I'll drop them in after I stop talking. But those
I'm
are the
dropping,
three
I'm
plays
dropping
I'm
them in. Zach, some people just take action. Other people talk about
Right.
it. Other people are about it. I'm already dropping them in, guys.
Exactly.
They're dropping in on the pinned comment. There's 2 of them already there. The last one will be there in 2 seconds.
God damn, I missed the Breakfast Club this weekend.
Yeah, it was hot. I mean, I would announce these, but So, everyone's got stuff to do. So it is what it is. But I'm calling them now, and we'll see how these play out through the week. And, I think they're going to do pretty well, honestly.
Zach, do you think with the political narrative, right? Say Trump wins. Do you think these coins that you just announced will keep running, or what do you think?
Yes, because, he got shot in the fucking ear. He came out with his fist held tight, and he said, fight. How can that not run? Let's go. It's the alpha.
All right, let's see, guys.
No, like literally,
that is
memeonomics right there. That's memeonomics 101. I mean, straight up.
Right.
I mean, it's just that simple. Don't overthink this shit when it comes to meme coins, guys.
100%. Thank you, Zach.
Barkoshi, what's up, man? Oh, Zach, by the way, I dropped all three of those guys. It's in the pinned. It's the pinned tweet on my profile, okay? Because I've retweeted it again. But all those ones that Zach just dropped are posted in the pinned tweet. You'll see just a ton of them there. So there you go. Barkoshi, what's going on, man? I can't hear Barkoshi. Can you guys?
I can hear him.
Yeah, he's talking. Bartoshi, drop down, come right back up. We'll bring you right up.
Yeah.
Zach can't hear you.
Appreciate that, bro. Sorry. Mar, what's up, man?
What's up, Zach? Good morning, man. Just to inform you guys, I just woke up 5 minutes ago. So if I say anything that I cannot say, stop me, because I'm still I'm not half asleep, but 20% still asleep.
I'm stopping you now. No,
I hope everyone is doing great, man. I'm doing great myself. Wow, man, what a crazy weekend. Crazy, man. I mean, all the news between the Trump and basically the soccer games here in Miami. Oh man, everything crazy. But yeah, I just want to call out 3 plays, and you know what? I'm gonna do something different, Zach. I'm gonna call it out. Not financial advice, but I'm gonna call out with money. How much money? I went in with. This is something quick. Ethereum. I got in on Ethereum on a trade. Now remember, I'm holding Ethereum long term. This is not me getting out of my position, trying to time the market. Okay. I went in close to 100K on Ethereum at 2,900. Got out of that trade already. So I want to do it different, man. I know that not many of us call out, the numbers, the win, but I got nothing to hide, Also, I went in on a play at around $4 million, $5 million market cap. I was able to get it, but I sold it quick. But look, just because I go in with big money on one play doesn't mean I have to go in every other play. I'll go in with $50 on any other play, because $50, you could turn it into 30, 40 grand in crypto, It just depends my risk. I got in ear missing, whatever it's called. I got a friend of mine that called it real quick. Triple my money on that one. Went in with $300, got out of there under $1,000, and it kept running to like almost $25 million market cap, which of course that's all because of Trump's ear. And I just got in on a position on Shinobi when I saw like, man, this thing just hit like 100K. This is really, low. And then I saw you, Zach, talking about it right, before, right after I put some money. I went in with $200, not that much, but like I said, just because I go in with almost 100K.
Hello.
Office. Sorry to bother you. Dr. Jen's running ahead of schedule. She said to see if you'd be interested in coming over now, and if not, if you'd want to come at like maybe 1 o'clock.
I can do 1. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, we'll see you at 1.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Bye-bye.
And everything financially, there was an individual that threw a great point at what happened on the Donald Trump, craziness and the rally. because that point came around also in the Hard Rock Stadium, what happened with the soccer game, people sneaking in, and that situation comes from, now I'm going to go back to a third, events on the, the arena where the Miami Heat play. And I have a friend of mine that does these events, and they're like, man, it sucks because they overwork us and the pay sucks. And these guys in that stadium, they were short of staff, they're tired, they overwork them. And that's exactly what an individual said. I don't remember on live TV or on X, on a post, these CIA people or the Secret Service, they are being overworked and the pay sucks. And that is why this is just one part, why we're having issues bringing in, money into the regular investor into crypto. But we're waiting, it's a waiting game, and I think that we're gonna have a massive bull run when the time is right, because you want it to be when the time is right. Not everything is perfect, but when the time is right, so we could get a huge pump. But yeah, man, other than that, yeah, just Shinobi, the ear missing, whatever it's called. I already forgot the name of that coin. Let me see if I could put it up here real quick. The ear stays on. The ear stays on.
Did you get in the right one? Because I got in the wrong one. Did you hear me talk about it?
Yeah, no. It's a 4.2 million right now, and the contract ends on I can't pull it up right now, but yeah, it's trading like around 4.2, 4.3 million. The last time I checked.
Did you try to sell any yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because there was a bunch of them out there. I got in the wrong one, bro. I got one.
Oh yeah.
I got in one at 20K. So we were talking about it. They had a
no.
It wasn't a honey pot,
it was
but
impossible.
it had a freeze on it, and I just put a sol in it. But dude, my one sol, $150, went from 20K. It went to over $1 million in like 15 minutes. My shit was worth like $4,500 or whatever, and I couldn't sell. I got
of course. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, mine's the one that went in looks like a Christmas tree already.
Okay, gotcha.
And it went all the way to 0.3 and 0. Yeah, no, it's impossible. Like at 20K, no way, man. That thing started pumping so quickly that by the time I got in, it was like $5 million market cap already. But I knew it was gonna still run. It was too hot.
Yeah, man, it's wild. Zach threw out some great ones too. We posted those, and yeah, man, it's been a wild freaking weekend for sure. But yeah, go ahead.
And Zach, real quick, this is all you gotta do. Like you just gotta be like super smart, which I'm not there yet, because the thing is, okay, when the Donald Trump news come out, what are we focused on? We're focused on the man not being dead. We're focused on the news, who did all this and that. But they are ninjas out there. They don't give a shit about that. They're going in and they're searching Trump shot, this and that on all these crypto places just to find that one, that meme coin.
Yeah, that was Mar. That was just you.
I mean, I'm one of those dudes. I just got in the wrong one, but I knew that shit was happening.
Mar. The moment Trump got hit in the air, Mar was on there. That's him typing. That's like he was in the Matrix, just typing away. That was Mar immediately.
To tell you the truth, man, like when I saw that, I couldn't I didn't even search anything, but I couldn't believe it, man. I thought it was like firecrackers, and they threw a firecracker and it bounced off and hit his ear, because I'm not good with. I've never had a gun or anything, and I don't think I've ever been around shots. But yeah, back in the days in the Christmas parties when they used to shoot in the air, but or the New Year's Eve, I said. But I meant to say, but it was a silencer. I heard it was a silencer, and I'm just there like, no, it's something that there's no way I could have concentrated on crypto at that time, even on a project. But it's crazy, man. And then my friend is like, and I asked my friend, how? And I go, wow, whatever, bro. I'm searching Trump's ear, Trump's fist pump, Everything.
I told you it was just Mar. He's trying to project on the whole rest of the room. It was him the whole time, just searching shit. You can't fool me.
Oh yeah, man, but it was crazy times, man. And yeah, man, I know that it's hard to sometimes think like, wow, what are you talking about, these guys? But yeah, man, these guys, these events. I heard that in the Miami Heat events, the basketball team down here in Miami, Florida, these guys are getting paid about the same as 2019. What the fuck? Everything is like triple price now. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it is what it is. And hopefully, retail comes back into crypto heavily.
Nah, for sure, brother. Appreciate that. Barkoshi, you're back up here, man. What's going on? What's happening?
Hey, Zach, can you hear me this time?
Gotcha, brother.
Awesome. Doing good, man. Just enjoying my Monday. Nice weather out, so just kind of sitting out here like paid and looking at the ocean, kind of not listening at a whole bunch of numbers you guys rattle off. So I'm in the same boat, Paige.
Yeah, me and you, we're going fishing. Don't worry about it.
That's right. But I actually want to take it back to the freeze feature and what Zach from Subway said about renounced contracts. While renounced contracts make it a little safer, it's still a red flag if the contract has usable features like freeze or modified taxes. Because what devs can do is they can write another contract that they can not renounce and you don't see, and they can renounce the token contract and then manipulate that contract through the other contract. I was once in a project, I seen that you can modify the taxes, but the contract was renounced, liquidity burned, and I was like, well, you know what, I'll ape in. Well, what's the worst that can happen? And the worst that could happen is they jack the sell taxes up to 100%, so you couldn't sell. So it's pretty much just getting screwed. So even though renounced contracts are a little safer, you still got to be careful and look into the contract itself. And I know that's hard. That's why you got to make friends, network, and get people you trust that are devs that can look at contracts for you, or learn how to read solidarity. So that's all I kind of wanted to bring up. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate that, bro. That's really good stuff. Very helpful. Just want to say we almost have 1,400 people with us. I know it shows only 64 in the space, but I feel like a lot of people just hanging out now on my lives because we're doing that earlier, which is all good. I mean, if you're on the live stream, you want to come over and speak and be a part of the conversation, you guys know what to do. Come on over and join us on X. But yeah, well over 1,300 people live with us combined on YouTube and X. So shout out to everybody listening. Our spaces are growing. I love it. And obviously we've got, a great panel here and couldn't do it without you guys. Just want to say thank you to everybody listening and appreciate this. And let's keep it rolling. Evan, what's up, man?
Man, congratulations on the YouTube side of it. Zach, do you want to take it you just want to keep it on crypto, or do you want me to talk about some of the weekend stuff? Which direction you want to go? I can do both.
I mean, I think as long as you kind of bring it back to crypto, I think we're good. I mean, I know a lot of people want to, have things to say about what happened. It's cool. It just,
sure.
As long as we kind of steer it back toward crypto, yeah, that's cool, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll talk about opportunities. I'll tie it all in because it's all kind of it's all an encompassing conversation right now because it's kind of like the big news. So Saturday, right? The young boy got lucky. Trump got luckier, and it was all just a cluster mess of nonsense, but the markets, other than the event itself that happened, was the reaction of the markets, predominantly Bitcoin, because I mean, we're talking about an hour after an assassination attempt, Bitcoin decides to start moving for the first time after trading sideways for a while. I mean, we've been in a sideways channel for a good minute, at least in terms of crypto, because crypto moves so quickly. So to me, there's a couple of things here. I would always advise, just using this situation, like looking at the lack security, we can parallel that with the market in general. Always be prepared. Always be prepared for, your enemy that walks around like a lion. And the lion's always going to reach into the crowd and try to catch you when you're at your weakest or when you're not looking. The markets work very much the same way. So always try to have good allocations, no matter what the situation, because you can consider this a black swan event, just not in a negative way, right? These are things that technical analysis cannot predict. But if you have a little bit of dry powder or you have positions in play, you can take advantage of any situation. Just like Mar, the best way that you outperform the market, or the best way that you do well in the market as an investor, is to do what nobody else is doing. So while everybody else was gazing and focused on the news, Mar was looking for culture coins, meme coins, because he's like, okay, there's blood in the streets. How can I take advantage of the opportunity, right? And of course, you were doing the same thing, Zach. Sorry to hear you got on the wrong contract. It's just that crypto sucks sometimes. It's the nature of the rugs, right? But your risk is your reward is proportional to the risk when it comes to stuff like this. You may lose your ass, or hey, you may do very, very well. And so, congratulations to anybody that did. Overall, crypto sentiment. Regardless of what side of the political aisle you're on, most people in crypto are libertarian in nature. We're more on the freedom side of things and the free market. This event has probably pushed Trump over the finish line, and it's going to be a very good sentiment for crypto. So this is my prediction, and this is my charge and my advice, not financial advice, just my personal advice. I would start doubling down on my positions, make sales where I can on personal things that I don't need, work that second job, spend that extra time on the research, whatever you got to do to get into your positions now, because Bitcoin and crypto is very cheap. And the market sentiment today was a smaller reflection of how things are going to look going into 2025 with a good Trump win. I'm conservative, but I'm not necessarily the biggest Trump guy in the world, but I can see the forest for the trees. And I can see the direction that this is going, and that market pump was interesting to watch. I mean, Caspa's back at 18 cents, Bitcoin's at 63. I'm looking at my bags and I'm like, okay, this was very, very interesting. So my lesson for the day is always be prepared. Always be prepared and looking over your shoulder for the unexpected. As a man, I don't speak for women, I'll speak for the men. Always be prepared that your enemy may be stalking around any corner, and also apply that sentiment to the market as well, because have different types of allocations. That way you can take advantage of every situation that comes your way as a well-rounded investor. I think that's a good way to start.
I appreciate that, man. Great breakdown, and I agree with you. I think, no matter whatever happens, you've got to be looking at it with that investor mindset. I mean, to Mar's point, even though I got in the wrong one, I meant well. But yeah, I mean, I was even making some plays elsewhere though. Once I saw Ethereum bouncing, adding onto some positions built on ETH, right? Shout out to Kendu Inu, sitting at $130 million market cap. We've been watching that one for a little while, kind of hovering there at 100 mil. That's making a nice little push. That touch grass one that RDT, your corp talked about, 230K market cap, still moving up. But yeah, I mean, that's what it takes, right? Like when everybody's zigging, you got to zag, to your point, Evan. You got to think different. You got to think outside the box, to be where other people aren't, right? And I know Mutasco does that all the time. I'm curious to hear what his thoughts are right now with everything going on. Mutasco, what's up?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we got you, McCosco. What's up, baby?
Hey.
How you doing? How's
Good,
the
how are
village,
you?
baby? Tell me.
The village is rocking. You and I have to move to Morocco. I'm gonna probably join you there at some point. I keep
Hey,
telling
I'm here
my
right
wife
now.
I'm gonna go back
Come
there.
through.
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend, but I want to remind people, I'm from Ghana, and I've heard most people know the Ghanaian election structure is similar to the UK. And recently, as everybody who's watching and paying attention, I'm always looking at the positive black swan. And when it comes to crypto, in the US, a lot of people tend to forget about it's not a popular vote, it's electoral college, right? Statistically, and if you're paying attention, I do. Both the Republicans and the Democrats, I don't care what you see in the streets, in your camps, in what excitements and whatever. The painful part of this election is that, and I think Simon Dixon made some statements in the space this morning in the crypto finance space. And he made a comment that was a very significant comment. And usually we don't know what this is, right? The guy says Bitcoin, JFK said it many times, nothing happened to him. Obviously, Donald, he's at the point where he might win the election. And if that comes true, the idea that this guy somehow pumps the bags of crypto is not something that the banking cartel are going to be celebrating and doing butt flips on. Okay, so we all have to take things realistically. Gary and Warren, these two literally sucked the energy out of crypto in general. So regardless of how you look at it, you can see it if you've been paying attention. The one thing that is a little bit risky is this. If it was the popular vote, yeah, if you did whatever you do, great. Statistically, I think both the Trump political strategist and the Democrat side know this. If you squeeze out, if the Biden side somehow figures out a way to squeeze out the Republican side out of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, they could lose other ones, okay, and still make it to 270. Guys, pay attention to that and do not ignore it. And if that happens, is crypto dump? Nobody knows. And I'm looking forward to see, guess what? The shooting happened in Pennsylvania, I believe, right? The Republican thing is going on where? So there's some strategic play here that's going on. This is very, very risky for not just crypto, but for the United States. I'm just going to leave it at that, but we'll see how this plays out. I think Andrew Tate said something the other day, and I kind of reasoned with him because it's like in the U.S., we tend to assume that, oh, yeah, we the voters or that or this. But what we don't tend to ask is who is actually driving, okay? Who is behind driving? It's not a topic of conversation. Forget about that. The other thing I would say, guys, just pay attention. And this is what I always pay attention to. I'm looking at, could this be a positive black swan? Okay, because I know that there are 3 branches of government in the United States. And every time, and in Ghana, we call it the skeleton blouse, right? You vote for the president, the top ticket, you vote for the MP, which is the member of parliament. So if the president does really well, it's almost certain that you take control of the parliament, which means that your legislative agenda gets pushed through, regardless of who says what. The danger here in the U.S. is that even though, we have midterms, okay, so you can sweep whatever you want to sweep. And then we kind of see the problem of, yeah, we want to nominate this person. And then they're like, it's not even a starter. We're not even going to invite them on there. And we've seen it play out many times. So crypto can be like overly jubilant. Oh, yeah, well, but you have to slow down a little bit because these guys would do anything to stop crypto. Because if crypto makes its way out, there will be a lot of money moving out of the traditional finance side, no matter how you look at it. Okay, unless we get to a point where the banks are able to set up what they need to set up and catch the people that would want to invest through borrowing from the bank on their collateral, which is a crypto, an asset. At some point, these people have to have also a control mechanism to run the space. We can't be the ones running the space. So I'm very cognizant of that. The other thing I want to say, Zach, when you were talking, Zach from Subway, when you're talking about the contra, I've shared this many times in spaces when I speak. There is a 41-minute video, and I'm sure Zach Humphries, you probably would want to watch this too. And I'll pin it in the comment section. It's on YouTube. It's 41 minutes. It says renounce ownership safe or something like that. And I think there was a guy, I think it's Bakoshi, who was spot on. If you have the Gen 1 contract, right, and for those that can read code, you also don't need to understand how to read code, okay? Because Zach from Subway, your tool will be able to show the hidden functions and all that. There are bots actually that you can use. They just literally drop the contract. It tells you a whole summary. If I get it, I'll post it here so anybody can go pick it out. It's just a bot. Go on Telegram, get it on. You go in, within seconds, it will tell you everything you need to know, okay? But here's a trick. That 41-minute video, I encourage everyone here, if you care about it, your money, go watch it, okay? It's free. You watch it, it will tell you the modifier. The modifier is the key here. And this has happened with Floki DAO when they did the V2. I've looked at all that, the documentations, what they did. You have what they call, so you have the renounced owner, okay, so the owner. But then there's another layer of code that the modifier, it's either in front or you put the cursor in front or back, whatever, one way or the other. Then that's what Bakoshi was talking about. You drop another contract in there, right? An address in there, and that then has all the abilities to either raise the tax, freeze whatever, blacklist whatever. I mean, so you're looking at it from the real view mirror. You're like, oh, it's all good. But this is very sad. But unfortunately, people get screwed. You lose $50,000, you learn the painful way. It's not me blabbing, okay? I'm just saying, if you ignore some of these things that we're sharing, you will lose money. And Zach was smart. He put $150. There are people who would literally hear you say something, they would dump their entire money into an asset. And what it turns out to be is some rogue guy behind the scenes somehow stupidly tries to put a modifier, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell. Well, you can't sell. Okay, you can be up $100,000. You will not be able to sell. Why? You can go anywhere and look at it. You're not gonna find out. So I'm gonna post that in here. I encourage everyone, if you care about your money, go listen to it. It's 41 minutes. Okay, just watch everything. It's a screen, literally. He walks you step by step. You don't even need to know the code. It just says, okay, step one, this, that. If it's a malicious developer, this is what they could do. And if they did that, you're screwed. So what are you going to do? You can also use what Zach from Subway is saying. Follow him. Watch what he has. And if you can reach out to him and before you even FOMO in. Give him the contract. He'll help you out. But I'll also dig in and get my the bots thing. Some of you have it, and I'll post it in here so you can go. It's a bot. Go on Telegram, sign up, just whatever. It's easy, very easy, guys. You can do, your grandma can actually do this, okay? All you need is the contract. You drop it in, it will just spit out what you need to read. And if you know how to read and write, you're cool, okay? And the more we get educated, the more difficult these guys, these malicious actors, their business is going to become more difficult, okay? Because, yeah, you can pump it to 1,000,000%. I don't care. Not going in there. Because if I go in, I can't get out. So what's the point? Do we want me to just give you my money? No. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we're all here for money, but sometimes most people actually get hurt, right? I've been here for a while, and I've seen a lot of crazy things. Okay, I've been a victim, and I've used it as a learn lesson to go dig deeper into things. And what it does to me is it takes away my FOMO. I don't care who you are, what you say about anything. If I can't dig deeper into the contract, I don't care. I move on. And the good thing with crypto is there's a million other options. So it's not that malicious guy's token that says the ear stays on or whatever, the heart stays on. No, it's you. You have to decide. Are you willing to give up your money, or you want to do the research first? Once you know what's in, then you can put your money in and know it's safe, right? Please, as we speak, I mean, you can't believe this. I look at these things all the time. I see how many people get wrecked, and I'm wondering, who are these people? Some of these tokens are literally test contracts. People literally dump money in them. And I'm like, okay, is this a blind bot? Or even if it's a bot, who is setting up the parameters for the bot? How are you aping into something like this? It's insane. So guys, be careful out there, okay? And that doesn't mean that crypto is bad, okay? In Wall Street, there's actually even worse things that happen. In crypto, there are opportunities. And the good news is some of us, we have multiple talking heads here. We talk, we share things. It's like it goes fast. Sometimes people don't grab it, but get a pen and paper, right? Or go listen to the space again. If it's a good space, listen to it, even if it takes 10 times. Get something, write it down, and it will save you money, okay? It will save you money.
All I'm going to say right now, if Matasko doesn't win president, not this election, but next election, the world has failed us all. Because Matasko, you need to win the election. I don't even care if you're from Ghana and you can't legally run. It doesn't matter. I'm putting you in. I'm writing you in. Everyone in this room, get a pen and paper because you're writing them in. Actually, this election, we're writing you in. We're all writing you in. It doesn't matter. They're going to see, what the fuck's the Matasko? That's what they're going to say, but you're going to win.
Love it. Yeah, we've got some new speakers here. I want to get Evan in here to respond, but JW, I see you, Savvy, Monka S. By the way, Monka S, we want to bring you on for Shark Tank Wednesday, by the way. We'll talk in the back channels. If you're ready for that, we definitely want to get you up. You've been a long-term partner. We want to get you up this week. Alongside Flork on Ethereum, a meme coin that's looking pretty solid right now. We'll be starting to talk about them on our channels here throughout the week. So we've got 2 people for Shark Tank Wednesday, just a little tidbit there. We have 1,400 people live with us, and then another however many people are on the space. So that's freaking awesome. Thank you to everybody for that. Keep sharing the room. Keep doing all that to help us grow. Evan, go ahead if you want to respond to that, and then we'll get down to JW and then Savvy and then up to Monka S.
Yeah, I've kind of resigned to the fact Matasko's like the smartest guy in the room here, right? Everybody here is smart, but Matasko's like playing like 4D chess underwater, upside down.
Just look at his profile picture. Look at him whenever he's speaking. Just stare at it. It's I mean, he's staring into my soul right now as I speak back to him. But yeah, everything that he just said was correct. So here's a couple of things. One, it's cool because Matasko's a smart guy. It's cool, but it's also sad that somebody not native to my country knows more about how my country's election system works than people that I actually live with. So that goes to show you that people here don't do their research, because he knows about electoral colleges and things of that nature that most people here don't even know, which is sad. It's good for him because he's educating himself. It's bad for Americans because it's like, why don't you know about your own country's election system? Also, if you've got a pen and paper, or if you want to go back and listen to this, I've got some dates for you. Just remember these: 1865, 1871, 1913, 1933, 1947, 1964, 1971, and 1980. Plug those into ChatGPT and ask them what they all have to do in common with financial, and it'll give you an answer, but I'll give you a short glimpse. And Matasko kind of pointed on this about the 3 branches of government. So in the United States, we have the executive, the legislature, and we have the judicial.
But there's also a fourth branch of government. It's the unelected branch called the banking system. And the banking system really runs, what has happened is we have this corporate hegemony between the corrupt fiat banking system and large corporations. Before the Gilded Age, companies never got as large as corporations that we see today. A lot of that is due to prosperity and economic growth. But what has happened is we've seen this conglomeration of not true capitalism, but crony capitalism, where corporations and big banks are in bed with each other. And so corporations have gotten so large that they don't function as a business anymore. They function as an ideology. Where am I going with this? Just hang tight. I'm going somewhere with this for crypto. These corporations have gotten so big, they don't have mission statements on business anymore. They've got so much money sloshing around that they would rather push political ideologies and different things rather than focus on actually performing a good business. They don't give a damn about their shareholders about their customers. They don't give a damn about what their customers want, right? They all they care about is pushing a certain agenda that they want. It's not every company, but it's a large majority of companies, especially in the U.S. today. And so where am I going with it? The fiat system is what's enabled all of this. You know how everybody says we're in an everything bubble? What it is it's an artificial inflation of value because of the fiat money printing. And crypto is the antithesis to that. Well, these guys have a vested interest in not giving up that power lightly. And so do I think a Trump presidency is going to fix all of that? No. I've said it multiple times, and I'll say it again. The best thing for crypto adoption is not NFTs. It's not the next meme coin. It's not the best and greatest tech chain. All of that stuff does matter, and all of that stuff is great. The advertising, the centralized exchanges, the decentralized exchanges, all of that development matters. But the greatest development or the greatest adoption for crypto is going to just be purely fiat money printing. As long as the system exists and is ready to go and is usable for the people, when the fiat does eventually collapse, or we have a Venezuela type situation or a Naira type situation, by simply just being there as an alternative is going to spur more crypto adoption than anything. So I have a long 5 to 10 to 15 year time frame looking at my investments, not just this bull run, but the next one and the next one, and what crypto is going to look like because of that fiat system. I'll touch on the banking system and then I'll end it. Sometimes the simplest outcome is the most likely outcome. And we like to, these bankers are very intelligent, but also they're, you have two options when you're really, really deep in addiction. Either you can go through the rehab and risk it not working, or you can double down until you kill yourself. And I think it's the second. And I think these guys are so addicted to the needle of fiat, and they printed themselves so far down into the hole that the only option they have is just to try to kick the can down the road as long as possible until it eventually kills them. And so for those who aren't in crypto now, my DMs are always open to those who want to learn about it later, even if they scoff at me now. So again, I'm excited for this bull run. Matasco did touch on it too. That fourth branch of government and those dates that I gave, that fourth branch of that unelected group of people is those are what we would call the cabal, and they do have a vested interest in not letting crypto succeed. But here's the good news, and this is the silver lining, and this is the positive black swan, is that the cat is out of the bag, and it's too late to stop it.
Yo, Evan, dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most intelligent shit I've ever heard you say. You say some smart shit, but this right here, the needle of fiat, needs to be a fucking book. You and Matasco go write the book. I won't read it. I'll get the audio version of it and listen to it. Because the needle of fiat is fucking crazy. You need to go trademark that, because that could be a fucking documentary. Imagine a documentary, the needle of fiat, because that shit sounds good. Also, another important date, August 12th, 1990. My birthday is coming up. So, there it is. If you want to send a brother a beer, there it is. But on the topic of, you're saying, a Venezuela situation, real quick, I was talking to my mom about crypto, and my mom's like 74, 75, and she's like 100% in crypto now. Like, she gets it 100%. And we were talking about, if something ever happened to, the U.S. or whatever other country, having your money in crypto, even if it's a stable or Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you want to do, it's so much easier just to move around. Like, if everything collapsed, God forbid, in America tomorrow, if your money's in crypto, it's global. It matters, but you still have options. You can still get out of the country or do whatever, or vice versa. If you're in somewhere in, Asia or India or Africa or whatever, if your country's collapsing or whatever, and you have your money into a stable or into any other, crypto, you have the opportunity to get out potentially versus having to be stuck with a Venezuela situation where all your money is worthless. Or what was the other country? Zimbabwe? I think Zimbabwe. You can have $1 trillion of Zimbabwe dollars, and it's literally worth like 50 cents because they kept printing and printing and printing because their inflation was out of control. So having the ability to get into crypto and move money around in a manner that you see fit. Like, you don't have to ask anybody how to move your money now. You don't have to ask your bank, oh, I want to do this, this, this. It's like, no, just go create a wallet and move it yourself.
Yeah, two things on that real quick, and then I'm gonna go on mute. One, if I remember correctly, I think it was your mom that popped in the space the other day when I was talking about the boomer generation. If that's the same person I'm thinking about, she's a very intelligent. Okay, yeah, she's a very intelligent and very, very sweet lady, and very passionate, and I respect her a lot. So she obviously was just pouring with passion, and I agree with everything that she says. So you have a really good mom. And the second thing is if you don't, you're talking about moving money in and out of, situations. Right now, we have a very stable situation in the U.S. Other countries may not have that option. If I could give any crypto advice today, and I give this quite often, learn how to use atomic swaps. And if you don't know about Monero, do some research and learn how to use it. It's a very important tool for protecting your privacy. The wealthier that you get and the harder that you work, the more that you become a target for bad actors, even from people you don't even know that may have wallet addresses where you've intermingled wallets by accident. Learn how to protect your money and use your privacy. And if God forbid, crap ever hits the fan and you have to hit the eject button and exit out of the cockpit quickly, having a completely private coin is a great option to have. Again, follow your laws, do everything lawfully in your country, pay your taxes, but also your privacy is a human right that you need to protect.
Appreciate that, fellas. Great stuff. Let's get down to JW, and Savvy's been waiting. I know Barkoshi wants to jump in here too. JW, what's going on, man? Good morning to you.
Hey, guys. Make it quick. I'm still a working man, so I'm out in the field. I did have a question. And Matoska, I think, answered a lot of it. But I'm getting into the Degen thing this time. I'm really starting to try to, do what I can in it. I'd like to know, again, about any tools that are available, or maybe about, you put this out. I know he said something about a bot, and I was trying to gather that and listen and work at the same time. But if there's anything that, that can help us getting into this space, because there is so much dirty out there, but they're not all dirty, and there's a lot of good ones. And getting in that early, what are some of the things we should look for? And that's a big question for me.
That's a great one. I think a ton of people can glean from it, too. We got a lot of people listening who are probably thinking the same thing, JW. Zach, go ahead, man. I know you want to jump in on this. What are some basic principles for you?
Well, basic principles, number one thing for me is don't FOMO. The best thing you can do before you drop any money is network with a legitimate people, and then they might be able to help you. If you got a circle of 5-10 people, each of them have their own strong, unique asset that could probably look at a contract or know a potential player, the person that launched the contract. So for me, right off the gate, if you're early into this, start networking before you just start dropping tons of money. Another thing is looking at, look at their socials, look at Telegram, look at their Twitter, see how many see how many followers they have, see if their Telegram's active, if it's not just a bot channel. Usually bot channels, where no one can speak and stuff like that, is usually going to be like a rug pull or a honeypot situation. So some of that stuff right there will help you right off the gate. But I would say number one is networking, like coming into these spaces. Like my DM's open. You can always, like, if you find something you're looking to get into, shoot me the contract address. I'll tell you real quick if it'll be a honeypot or not. I won't give you any financial advice. I'll just, help you on the back end of things and make sure you're not just throwing your money away.
I get it.
So that'd be my advice.
Okay. Yeah.
Get into our Telegram too, JW.
Okay.
Yeah, get into our Telegram because we're keeping conversations going over there. So as that thing gets rolling, we want to kind of create a think tank over there. Like, hey, I'm looking at this, and then the hope is 2 or 3 people jump in and say, hey, I like it or I don't like it for these reasons. And I think to Zach's point, it's so important, man. I mean, trying to do this alone, trying to have success in this space alone is literally impossible in my opinion. I mean, you could do it, but man, you could do so much better when you get in the right circles. You rely on other people for other things. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, right? And rely on other people to fill in those gaps for you. And that's kind of what we're building here. So definitely get into Telegram too.
I would definitely agree with you on going it alone is not the way to go. Like I said, I've tried that before and it didn't work out well. I listen to you and others as much as I can. I try to be on the computer as much as I can, but I just don't have a whole lot of time. Again, I have to work, every day, and between that and the family, and my time is limited to what I can do. But I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'll stay up late at night after everybody goes to bed, just so I have some peace and quiet and try to do a lot of research and look into things. But still, getting into these real micro cap spaces, I mean, I know they're risky as hell, and anything that can help. I work hard for my money. I don't want to throw it away. I want to keep from doing that as much as possible.
And JW too, just so you know, and I hear you, hear everything you just said there. And I think Mar has spoken to this point. I think we've all probably hit on this at some point. I mean, you can find great opportunities outside of the new meme coin that just launched yesterday, right? So, I mean, and I talk about this quite a bit. You got to be real with yourself, right? How much time do you really have? Do you want to be an active investor or do you want to be a passive investor? And it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not like this is good, this is bad. If you want to be more passive, you can structure a strategy around that, to be buying blue chips that are still very undervalued, that are going to give you great returns compared to stock market returns, right? If things go as you see fit, right? I mean, ones that jump out at me right away, I mean, Ondo Finance, that's one there, like Chainlink. There's a ton of things undervalued in the top 100.
I already got them.
Yeah, exactly.
I already got them.
100%. Okay, beautiful. I mean, so I just want to make that point, right? Because sometimes people come in and feel like the only way to be super successful or get rich or whatever, make millions of dollars in crypto, you got to get in the next meme coin. Like, yeah, I mean, more often than not, you're going to lose those battles, and you got to build that backbone. But it sounds like you're already doing that, but I think other people can kind of glean from that too. I mean, I degen pretty hard, but I mean, I'm not going dipping into my Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings to go degen, right? I'm using a certain percentage of my portfolio allocation to do that. I'm not selling other blue chip assets. I'm not taking anything out of my backbone because I know the probability is I'm going to lose a lot more than I win in the meme coin space. But when I win, I want to win big. So that one win wipes out 9 losses. That's how I play meme coins, man. And, but again, this is what I do. I'm very grateful and lucky that I was able to go full time in 2021 with this. And this is how I spend all of my time when I'm up. I mean, literally, I've said these same things before. I don't watch Netflix. I watch sports on TV maybe here and there. That's it. Other than that, I don't do anything else. I don't go to the movies. I mean, some would say I'm crazy or whatever, but this is what I love to do. If I'm not spending times with friends and family, I'm doing crypto, or I'm working out. If I'm working out, I'm probably listening to a podcast about crypto, or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically, I'll bring it back to this. You could be super successful even if you have all of these other things in your life going on, job, family, and everybody's different. So just form a plan, a structured plan that fits you, and that goes for everybody. Hopefully that helps, man.
Well, the plan, oh, it does. Fantastic information. Like I said, I've already gotten those blue chips, doing pretty decent with them so far. But the object is to not have to work and maybe be able to do this, not right now, maybe sometime in the future, but to get enough knowledge to where that can be done. I'm not there yet. I'm still, like I said when I talked to you before, I got in last time. I jumped in on a few things. I could have made a lot of money, but I let it cycle through, and what I gained, I lost. But, I just, hey, it's going to keep going type thing, and it didn't. I learned a lot with that. And I won't do that again. But trying to expand a little bit more. I've already got a pretty good base that I'm comfortable with in the more stable cryptos. It's just getting into, I want to expand a little bit more into getting into the Degen stuff. And I haven't done that. I'm still, every time I go to one, I'm just like, oh, I'd like to get that. Do I really want to get that address? What if they try to hack my wallet? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's something. It's all, that's in my head. And I don't know that much about that space, that part of this space yet, to where I'm real comfortable just, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'll just be quite honest. That's why any research that's available or things that we could go look at or find out about that could help us that don't know, that want to learn. You know what I mean?
You're in the right place, brother. That's what I would tell you. Hop into the Telegram, keep coming in here, and you've got people here that are willing to help. And I see you in here all the time now, so we're glad to have you. And we're here for you, brother.
And I'm going to end this with this. Like I said, I got my two boys. I haven't got my wife into this. Now, granted, they're not into it quite as hardcore as I am. They still like their gaming, but I'm slowly getting them away from that to pay attention to this. And I'm putting them into some, pretty safe. Everything's risky, but some pretty safe plays to where, once they start seeing what can be done, then maybe they'll want to expand a little bit further in it without, but again, without going all in or spending more than they should. So anyway, we're all learning, and I think we're making progress. But that was my question, and I'll leave you guys, and I got to get back to work. I'll keep listening, and thank you very much.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Definitely, always you're always willing to come up here. I salute you for that, because there's a lot of people probably having the same concerns and questions, and they get those answers because you had the ability to come up here. So. And that goes for everybody. Never feel like you have a dumb question or anything like that. Like, we're here to help. So, Savvy, what's going on, man?
What's up, Zach, and everybody else out there? Thanks for having me on this show. I'm super stoked about it. I'm really excited to just mention something that I wanted to talk about. So thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, glad you can make it up here. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. So first thing, big shout out to my Bentley Baymean family. 100% supporting them, and thank you very much. Great project. And it's pretty cool. I want to talk about the FOMO side of things that you spoke about earlier, real quick. And it's like I was telling my wife about it, like FOMO. She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Right? She doesn't really dive into crypto or anything like that, and I'm like trying to explain to her. So just like everyone here, and Mr. President Trump took that bullet in the ear, and I was in our Telegram, and somebody was like, "Oh man, people are buying Trump stuff," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think of that." So right away I opened the computer and started looking, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, "Oh, this is FOMO." I'm telling her, I'm like, watch, you're going to see people dump other tokens and ape into these Trump ones. Man, there was hundreds of them. But, the one that I want to mention to you that I'm not sure if you saw it, maybe you have, or somebody else has seen it, was Immortal Trump. And, dude, that thing was on the move. It was up to like 29 million in like an hour. And then all of a sudden, boom! Big red dip. Thing hit 6K. and it was interesting to see that because it got rubbed hard. And man, I explained to my wife, I was like, dude, people buy on emotion, and President Trump getting hit, this is opportunity as well. And you're going to get into a good one that's good with a great team that's actually backing it real quick, or you're going to get into one where the scammers are going to take advantage of the FOMOs. And that's what happened. And it was really interesting to watch, all of it play out within that, 5 hours after it happened. And it was, I got to say, it was kind of euphoric in a way to watch it. Coming from the beach, living in South Florida, we had great weather all weekend. And coming in from something being super calm to this crazy, euphoric, energetic moment in history. And just trying to, back to where I'm going, is trying to explain to my wife about FOMO. She didn't understand it, but then I showed her how it happened. And, I feel sorry for the people who FOMO'd into those rugs. And, I've done it. And, it's hard to keep your emotions out, no doubt. Everybody wants to make quick money, and sometimes you're better off just sitting back and watching it play out. And, like you said earlier, if you're willing to, throw something at it that, it's like going into the slot machine. I mean, that's okay. And if you're willing to do that, then go for it. But what I saw was people pulling out of projects that were in them from the beginning, FOMOing into, unexpected rugs, because you really don't know. And you're hoping it's a gem. And man, my heart goes out to those people who lost, thousands, if not millions of dollars in that one instance. So yeah, you got to be careful. And that's really what I wanted to say. And thank you.
Yeah, man, appreciate that. I took a look at that on the live stream. Yeah, it did jump up like crazy and then tank down. And there's a lot more of those than the ones that rip and go crazy. Shout out to all the 1,500 plus people listening across all the platforms. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to share the space. We've got 1462 with us right now on live, X, and YouTube. So if you guys are on YouTube, share it out there. Hit the like button, help the algorithm there. If you're on X, hit that retweet button on the live stream. That helps us. And if you're right here on the space, share the space out. So we appreciate that. Bitcoin storming right now, $63,167. Ethereum is on the verge of getting to 3,400. The market's ripping. I posted a lot of stuff up in the nest. So breaking news, Donald Trump to reveal his VP pick today. I didn't see Vivek on that little list there, so I don't know what that means for Mario there. Mar posted up there more bullish news around what Larry Fink thinks about Bitcoin, what Larry Fink thinks about Bitcoin as digital gold, which is very interesting. Kind of a funny tweet up there. Germany sold its Bitcoin for $55K with a laughing face. Kind of hilarious. Some Caspa news up there from Jim, which is the biggest Caspa bull on Twitter that I know about. Michael Van de Pope's up there, big analyst, somebody I really listen to quite a bit. He has a really good pulse on the market, talks about how he thinks crypto has really finished its major correction, and we're sitting now in a spot for us to move up. Altcoin Daily posted a bunch of the people speaking at the Bitcoin conference. Of course, Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, Michael Saylor, Russell Brand, Kathy Wood, among some other big names there. And there are some other posts up there, too, for you guys to check out. We're about a half hour away from wrapping up the space. But this has been another fantastic one. We got a half hour left. I know we got a bunch of people who want to jump in here, so I'll shut the hell up here. Monka S., who's going to be joining us on the Shark Tank Wednesday alongside Flork, and we're trying to fill that other third spot for Shark Tank Wednesday. Monka S., what's going on, man?
Yo, my bro, what's good? How you guys doing, by the way? I've been on the space, but I wasn't home. Like, it was a bit noisy. That's why I just had to wait and listen to other people, though. Yeah, great space as usual. You know how it is. Good to have you all. I mean, good to be here with you all, sorry. And bro, I see the space is growing, even with the live you're doing, having over 1,400 people, you know, listening to you every day. Average like that is a good amount of people. So yeah, you talked about Shark Tank on Wednesday, right? I think.
Yeah, man.
We'll
talk in the back channels. We're going to give you your spot. We'll give you the whole breakdown on how it works and everything. But you've been here, I think, for one of them, if not both of them. But basically, just a 5-minute spot for you to kind of talk about the project, what you guys bring to the table. We'll do like a little Q&A. We got another project joining you on Wednesday. Hopefully, we can get a third one to fill out the spot. But you know, you've talked about hgaCSS before on the channel, but this is just kind of a more formal approach that we do with it, and it's super cool. Yeah.
Nah, sure thing. I'm gonna once we're done with the spaces, then we can talk about it. You know, we do everything for it. And looking at the market right now, we're so happy for what's coming. Yeah, what happened the other day with Trump, I don't know, that's like a good sign. Trump is also gonna have serious good impacts on crypto. Because just what happened that day, bro, instantly well, first of all of his Trump coins, they were up immediately. Like most of the Trump coins, like MAGA, the one I know I heard of before, I seen before, it was around 200 mil. And once immediately that news came up, it straight up to like almost a 500 mil. So, and even crypto, like BTC started going up again. So I think we're all right about that. If Trump comes in as the president, it's going to be like easy, because I know a lot of people still think that crypto is scam. You know, so when you see the presidents of different countries, and mostly U.S. endorsing it, it's also going to help it a lot. So it's a good thing, by the way. And this week, man, I feel like this week is a bullish week we're entering right now. The ETFs can just come up any day. The trading, they're going to start the trading volume. And we've been waiting for all this. You get me? But one thing I also want to say is this bull run coming, I think we should all make the most out of it. Remember, the uptrend doesn't last as much as the downtrend. I don't even understand what I mean. The deeps always last longer, so and it fucks your mind up if you know, at the peak bull run, all of the meme coins at billions, and you forgot to take profit or shit like that, bro. Once it goes back to the bear market, it's crazy. Look at how long we've been in the bear market since from 2021, late 2021 to 2022. So it's been crazy, you know, 2023. So that's what I want to say, because I know how shit gonna feel if, you know, the bull run everybody been waiting for. Everybody been like, the bull run is coming now, you know, we need to make the most out of it. Now the bull run finally comes, and at the end of the day, you had the opportunity, you know, there's no problem in taking profit and taking what you worked for when it actually arrives, you know. But there's a smart way of doing it. So I'm just here to say the honest words, you know. Forget y'all understand we're monkeys, and we're actually here to share knowledge in spaces like this. So yeah, expect the ETF. I feel like it's coming this week, even if it doesn't come. But I feel like the market is gonna start reversing, and you know, we're ready for it. We're ready for it. We all been through a lot of things. We got rugged, and I heard what Matasco was talking about. Matter. He was talking about a coin. I don't know. I know the E stuff or something like that. But I just want you all to know, this shit is crazy out here. You get me? You better lock in on long-term narratives. Except you want Degen, that's it, boy. It's more risky, because all this matters can just come up, and you know, when they come up, they shine for like 3 days, 4 days, and they're gone. You know, don't go diamond handing all this shit, you know, and losing money. So we're gonna come here to tell you the truth, because you know it's crazy. Most of the times they just launch it out of the hype, you know. Those are very quick shit for quick gains. Whatever you're doing, you gotta stay safe on that one, because it's very, very risky. You take your money, you put your money in, you pull it out immediately once you're making those profit. But you know, once it's long-term project, long-term investment, you gotta hold it. I'm gonna tell you what some people do. Though I did this early though, like back then, I make those mistakes. Everybody makes those mistakes. One thing you gotta understand is, once all this matters just pop off, don't go and sell your fucking the long-term projects you've been holding. You know, you max speed at the deeps and all of on holding it, so you can you know, you believe in it. You know, long-term is gonna cook. Don't go try to sell it, or you know, want to grab out liquidity from it, so you're going to go chase the current high. Bro, 95% of the times, it never ends well. I tell you. Then you end up seeing that you don't even have what you hold, what you look up to, that in the long run, you're going to get rich from it. Now you lost it to the short-term shit. So everybody just got to be careful with it. You trade safely. Don't ever sell. Don't sell those long-term projects you hold and you believe in, because definitely they're going to moon. Because of, the way what you've seen, all the mathematics you did, the calculations you did before getting in. Don't go do that go do it that way, because it's crazy at the end of the day. And I think Zach from Subway, he said something like, you always got to be easy. I don't know. I couldn't remember who said, but he said something like, as a man or in the crypto, you always got to be ready. So like you got to have like a spare liquidity or something, in case those have come up or something just come up. Then next thing you have a spare money you can use and throwing around to catch up all this kind of shit. Then you take this money, you can play with it. But I told you, if you end up going to go sell some shit that you believe in, you'll be holding, it always never ends well, because you'll be like, you want to go sell and go buy and come back and add to your bags. Oh, it's crazy out there. So I'm going to wrap it up with this, as usual. Monka S right now, currently at a dip. We don't give a fuck about price, because this is one thing everybody need to understand. Once you're building something for the long term, the ups and the downs comes. The downs are always the crazy times. It always comes, and it tests you. You always test your convictions, your dedication, your consistency. So we always said this, we're gonna be here every day. You understand? So we're locked in. We don't care what the price is, because it was kind of like a little bit. I don't know. Some people, some people are always emotional. Some panic people, and some people also who, when they chase the hype and all the stuff. You get me? So whatever it is, we keep building, and wherever spaces we see, we always go there to preach about the Monka S. And if you don't know about it, Monka S is the Twitch emo of Pepe. It's a popular Twitch emo. It was created back in 2011. You can even go look it up on Google. So it's not something like we're forcing a narrative on people, telling people like this is Pepe that's never. No, it's been there. If you go and look at all the Pepe. How am I gonna put it right now? All the memes created out of Pepe. The Apple Stager and all of them. So you can go check it out.
Homie, Monka. You gotta save some for the Shark Tank, baby. Come on, you can't give it all right now. You gotta save some for Wednesday.
All good. Sorry, Bob, bro.
On Wednesday, that's all the people with the money are at. You can't just be in here saying the whole spiel now. Imagine ordering a steak dinner and they give you the steak, and before the appetizer. What happened to my appetizer? Where's my French onion soup at? All right, save some of this for Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm saving it for Wednesday, bro. Yeah, all good. Thanks for having me, though. Don't mind me. I don't know. Most of the times, this shit comes like a spirit. Once you start speaking, it's hard to stop. You get my point. So, yeah, take care. And thanks a lot for the opportunity, as always, man. We're always going to be here.
Yeah, make sure you talk to, I think Zach wants to figure out how we're going to do Shark Tank with you on Wednesday.
No, it's fine. All good.
Yes, sir. Let's go up to Barkoshi's been waiting for a while. Barkoshi, what's going on?
Hey, I just wanted to touch up on what Evan was saying about the crony capitalism. I like to call it corporatism. And I point this out because corporatism is not a free market. We don't have a free market system. America started out as a free market system, and we went away from that. And so I want to point this out so as we transition to crypto, we the people don't make the same mistakes and let the powers that be transition us away from a free market. So, corporatism is the creation of corporations, and corporations in itself is not a free market, because in a free market, things live and die. And what we did is we made businesses an immortal person that can live forever. And so they can gather and hoard resources. And it creates too big to fail. And so we get the government to bail them out. But things are not ever too big to fail. You're supposed to have that retract. When we look at charts, we see them pump, they hit a point, they always consolidate. And that's how a free market is supposed to work. So when a business fails because of their bad practices, the workers there that gain skills can go in and buy up their equipment cheap and start their own. So yeah, while it hurts the economy for a bit, there's people in there that it creates new opportunities for new people to get in there and thrive in a business environment. And with corporations, you don't have that anymore. And then now, with them hoarding resources, it creates people that can lobby, so they can really control the laws of the land. And that takes away the power from we the people. I know, it sounds scary, like, the economy's going to be bad, you're going to let that happen. Why? But it's just self-accountability. That's how we always hear when you start a business, the business owner takes all the risk. But if they build up too big, what risk are they really taking if they're just going to get bailed out? There's literally no risk, and so they can take bad business decisions or risky business decisions and try to make it work. And if it doesn't, they'll just get bailed out. So when we transition to more of the blockchain technology where it's more transparent, we got to remember not to give up the free market principles. Something else I wanted to touch on for the new people, ChatGPT is a great tool. Just talk to it like it's an expert in the field. Tell it, hey, I want to learn about crypto trading, and then just really legit talk to it like it's a person. And you can learn a lot of information that way. And then to top it off, we're pumping. It's mid-June or July. We're closing out July and heading into August. I think the SHIB ecosystem is going to really blow in August. The ETF Toronto is just 1 month away. They're taking over the convention. So there's going to be a lot of hype around it. My three big picks are Bone, K9, and of course, Wolf Tools. So definitely the big three I'm watching. Not financial advice, just my opinions. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Barkoshi. Great stuff. Just as a fun little tidbit, you got a couple comments aimed at you coming in here on YouTube. Damn, that mic is scuffed. Is he in a submarine? And by the way, I got your back. I told him you're by the ocean. By the way, I told him I got you. I'm not just leaving you. I'm not hanging you out to dry here. But yeah, Maya said, "Damn, that mic is scuffed. Is he in a submarine?" And then May Jinx said, "Is he calling from the middle of a hurricane?" So
Yo.
We totally
sorry, I'm down at the beach, and it gets a little windy at times, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm just messing with you.
What Barkoshi's saying,
We totally
what Barkoshi's
missed
saying is he's at the beach. He's at the beach right now.
his picks. We couldn't understand his picks. We totally missed him.
His picks were Bone, Wolf Tools, and K9 Finance, all within the SHIB ecosystem. But lady, good to have you. You got anything for us? What's up?
Hi there, guys. I am a newbie, sure learning. I know about crypto, and I'm all set. And yeah, it's a good time to get in more. I don't understand memes at all. Is it just a promotional tool? Is that what's coming from it? Is it just a little gambling fun time for people because it's low in the pennies and things? But then you hear if it starts growing for somebody, I've listened on some spaces, they'll say, "Oh, I'm burning them right now," as if they're making them right there on their computer. And yeah, I'm in my retiring ages, so, I'm conservative. However, really interested in doing a lot in crypto too. But yeah, that's, I guess, not a question, but I'd appreciate whatever you think.
No, it's awesome. First off, it's awesome that you're into crypto, that you're not just sitting on a beach with Barkoshi and having a Mai Tai and, calling it a day.
Wait, hold
Wait
on,
a
Zach.
minute.
Wait a second, Zach.
Yeah.
Just because we all don't live in Ohio doesn't mean we can't all be on beaches somewhere hanging out.
Listen, man, I truly commend it though, lady. I mean, that's amazing because so many people retire and they just, check out. I mean, check out from learning something new, So I really
good save there, Zach.
I really paid. Get back to your ocean view, okay? But no, seriously, lady, here's the thing. Meme coins, everybody probably has a different opinion on this, but probably slightly similar. I think it's just a representation of culture. And I look at it as kind of any kind of tradable, collectible thing, that, there's some quirky things that people collect that have high value that are kind of weird, right? If you're not in it, you're like, wait a minute, why are people paying that much money for Beanie Babies or baseball cards or whatever, or coins or whatever it is, right? It's kind of like this like weird subculture underground thing that really has gotten a lot bigger. And I think the thing that makes crypto really interesting is a lot of times with meme coins and meme tokens, this is the way I look at it, they kind of reverse engineer the process. So you have a lot of these blue chip cryptos that have value and they're doing whatever they're doing, or they have some type of application that's unique and you kind of know what you're investing in, versus a meme coin or community token, the community gets to drive that narrative, whatever they want that to be. So like if you take Shiba Inu, for example, it started out as nothing, and now they're building all this really interesting, cool utility around it, creating these decentralized tools, really a decentralized world in and of itself. So I think once it takes on a form of its own, the community, and that's really like the basis and the essence of crypto, it's like community driven. Everybody has an equal voice, right? There's no governing body. There's no almighty person at the top telling everybody how it's going to be, right? So I think it just speaks volumes to what crypto really stands for. And yeah, it is, to your point, definitely a form of gambling too. But sometimes these things take on a life of their own. You look at Dogecoin, it's one of the largest market caps in all of crypto. I mean, it's crazy, right? Top 10 crypto, $17 billion market cap. And it doesn't really have anything to it yet, but there's a lot of rumors that it could be, let's say, a tipping function on X, on the platform we're on right now, where you can be able to tip all your creators and space hosts and people like that. If you like a post or whatever, you can tip them in Dogecoin. Basically, we don't know what it's going to be, but the community will drive it. And eventually there could be utility. There could be value there, right? Depending on what they want from that. So I don't know if that helps, but that's kind of just some basic ways that I kind of understand meme coins, or I think other people have called them culture coins. I think that's a really great representation too. I don't know. Does that help?
That does help. And so they're different in that they're just kind of in the computer in a way, whereas like Bitcoin, or to say, a tipping feature, maybe Litecoin, right? Something smaller that I guess is part of Bitcoin that you'd use more often for smaller purchases. I don't know. Is that, and that's off market or out in the market?
Yeah, and there's really two different things you can look at too if you really want to educate yourself kind of from some of the basic things. There's usually either proof of work cryptos or proof of stake cryptos. So Bitcoin and Dogecoin are proof of work. And what it means here, like on the basic level, is that they're mined, to your point, on a computer, and now, huge, they're huge operations, right? It takes a lot of computing power now to mine Bitcoin. So usually it's like big facilities. And they're hard capped. They have a, supply cap, which makes, crypto very interesting because fiat doesn't, right? They just keep printing more of it. And if we want to have true value on something, you need scarcity. So that's what makes, a lot of these cryptos scarce and valuable, because eventually all of the Bitcoin will be mined and there will be no more created, and it could just be fractionalized to infinity. So owning one Bitcoin today could mean that, that one Bitcoin could be worth $10 million one day based on supply and demand, right? But a lot of meme coins also have a similar structure in that they're, they have a supply. A lot of times they're a much larger supply, really, really big. And that's why you hear sometimes, we need to burn more of the tokens to reduce that supply to create more scarcity, to create more value, right? So, but a good starting point is, proof of work and proof of stake, the two main types of cryptos. You can kind of start there in your research and learn a lot, just from that idea there.
Great. One more question. XRP. Now, people say, okay, backed by gold, but Bitcoin, of course, is the most popular, and I don't know. So it wouldn't be backed by anything, but yet they're both, I think the word you want to always remember is, what's that? Decentralized, right? As long as everything's decentralized.
Yeah, and it's hard because I don't know if anything can be truly, fully decentralized, especially now with ETFs, right? Because like one of the big reasons why Bitcoin is moving right now and why Bitcoin is over $63,000 is because of BlackRock, right? A big centralized, organization, the biggest actually. BlackRock, by the way, just reached 10.6 trillion. That's a milestone. And it's been boosted by their Bitcoin ETF success. I'm reading a tweet from Scott Melker right now. They just set a new all-time high. So I don't know if something can be fully decentralized, right? There's always going to, especially when there's, centralized people buying up a lot of the supply, right? But in nature, yeah, I mean, the more decentralized it is, the better. There's something called DAOs, which are decentralized autonomous organizations where kind of the people have voting power, right? It's not just one centralized figure or authority again, where they say, "Hey, here's the rules, follow the rules." It's rules that are governed and set forth by the people who own that asset. So that's another thing for you to look into, DAOs, when it comes to decentralization. I think I jogged around. I think I missed your first part of the question. XRP, the whole thing backed by gold. That's all rumor right now. That's all just kind of speculation. Mutasco, you might be able to speak to that a little bit more with XRP. You're probably more schooled on it than I am. I don't know if you want to jump in if you have a minute, but or anybody else. Okay. Well, I gave you my thoughts. Oh, no, there's Mutasco. I should have known Mutasco was switching over earpieces. Go ahead, Mutasco. I saw you unmute.
No, I'm sorry.
I put you on the spot.
I'm multitasking, guys. I'm like literally working and listening, and I love it. It's my radio show. But I don't know if you were talking about, this is Lady, somebody who was asking, I think
Lady Di. Uh-huh.
Yes. So were you referring to XRP being backed by gold? Is that your question?
Yeah, saying that it's a different exchange. It's better in the long run. We're going to have this complete changeover of our system. Just wondering how people love XRP, and then how people love Bitcoin and the differences.
Yeah, so I think what Zach was saying, and I get where you're coming from, because XRP is also probably one of the oldest blockchains, the ledger system that we've had in a while, because they started very early. And there's been a lot of chatter. The problem is XRP has two problems. One, they were too early in all of this, because remember, we have XRP and we have the Ripple network. The Ripple network is the whole thing. They sell software, they do banking integrations and all that. That's what they're good at. And the XRP thing is running on a ledger. And that ledger is similar to the blockchain, the Bitcoin network. But the thing you have to notice, and the reason why I said that they were too early, is that at the time that they were building this infrastructure, they had two things. They have the XRapid and then the XCurrent, or whatever it's called. And it was a model that they were saying, hey, we have the messaging, but we're also going to use this as like the moving asset on the ledger. And so if you were a bank and you came in, this is what you're going to be using it. That means, and there's been a lot of change in XRP, to be honest. So what you just said, I'm familiar with that. And what I'm trying to put in here is whether it's being backed by gold or not is we're still kind of watching it play out, right? And the example that you were speaking to, so you have fiat and you have XRP. And in the early days, the thought was they have what they call the on-demand liquidity. So if a bank wanted to, today if I sent money to you and you live in another country, it has to go through all kinds of hoops, right? And the settling. So if I'm going to take the money out and if I send it to you and you have to take it out, somebody has to provide some liquidity on the ground. So what they were trying to eliminate is the need for that liquidity. That means you're going to rely on the XRP thing, right? So I get where you're coming from, it being backed in some way, but a lot has changed within the XRP ecosystem, a lot. And where we're at right now, there's a lot of interesting things that could play out. And in fact, these currencies that we see, it's like Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network, and you also have Bitcoin on other decentralized networks that is called wrapped Bitcoin. And the wrapped Bitcoin it has smart contract capability that allows it to swim around these other blockchains. Other than that, you can't have Bitcoin on any other exchange. So if you look at what XRP will be, think of it as if I'm a bank and I need to have a certain amount of XRP and I need to facilitate transfer of money in another country, I need to have, and today we have what we call the correspondent banking system, right? So if I have Citibank in the US, I have to have a correspondent bank in maybe Ghana or in any other country. So that correspondent is able to facilitate payment. That means we all have to internally arrange to have equal amount of money one-to-one, so that if you send 10,000, I can give you 10,000 through my correspondent. Now, whether XRP becomes that, they call it bridge currency, whatever that is, think of it as, and this is what I always like to tell people, like, I hold XRP and never even thinking or questioning whether XRP would be this or that, because I know it will at some point. It's just long term in the future. Think of it as Amazon, okay? Amazon shares is not used for anything right now. It's literally locked up and collecting dust somewhere. It's in paper form, ordinary shares. So if Amazon grows by X, you don't use Amazon shares for nothing, okay, on Amazon.com. You don't even use it to buy products on Amazon, okay? If Amazon creates Amazon Web Services, if you're a shareholder, you can't use your shares to exchange for anything. What crypto does, whether it's a meme coin or it's a Bitcoin, it has this unique capability, which is a bi-directional value transfer. So if I can send you one token, I can get something back. And now we're able to do that on a blockchain. So if you think of XRP and you're buying it, don't confuse yourself about all the noise. Just say, hey, if this is ever going to be Amazon, and if I consider XRP as the shares, then I get to hold that shares. Now, if XRP value goes up, whether it's Ripple, because Ripple has ordinary shares, right? Eventually, it's going to all come into the blockchain. But think of XRP as the Amazon shares or Microsoft shares or Google shares. And then watch the value appreciate based on partnerships. One of them, this is the last one I was said, one of the partnerships you can think about is, and this is SBI, it's one of the biggest Japan company in the financial services. They have now 23 banks that are operating under this agreement with the Ripple guys to use the XRP as some kind of a facilitating transaction currency. Like what Zach said with DAOs, right? These blockchains are like DAOs, like they are organizations and their communities. So some of them call them proof of stake, and like he said, there's proof of work. But the proof of stake system is so unique and so powerful because if I want to have some voice in the company, like XRP or anything, there's what we call staking. So if I have 10,000 XRP, I can put over 5,000 XRP as my stake. And that gives me the power to do A, B, C, D. So in this case, the agreement between Ripple and SBI, which is in Japan, is that they are a validator of the Ripple network. and they're going to be validating the network with the stake of XRP, because XRP is the currency, no matter what you look at it. So if you end up with, and I think they have now 4,500 suppliers who are using what they call the supply chain, it's called supply chain financing. I've done supply chain for 18 years, so there's a lot of opportunities within. This is one aspect of it that XRP has been able to unlock. And by unlocking it, what it means is SBI becomes a model. If their model is running on becoming a validator, then let's say as a validator, you need XRP. So that's demand for the XRP. If you hold XRP and then you have SBI, you have another SBI, you have another SBI, that is more demand to the XRP token. That means value is being transferred to you by a certain percentage, okay? Over the long term, if this continues, you know where that ends, right? But that's what I can say, and there's a lot I can say. I just have to say all of that just to kind of help you understand, like, think of it as Amazon and just simplify things and say, oh, I don't have to own a paper share. It's actually digital. The good news with digital is you can always sell it, okay? It's so fast, no weekend, or we're on a vacation, or the bank network is down. No. In fact, the Ripple network, if you go on xrpscan.com, I think you can kind of see if Ukraine is getting attacked, the Ripple network is clicking, okay? Every I forgot the minutes it uses, the blocks, but it's going no matter what. If Trump unfortunately got shot by some reckless person, as that was going on, the Ripple network was clicking, okay? No matter what's going on around the world, these ledgers continue to work and work and work. So what that means is you are holding a defense asset, okay, that defends itself. And so if the world goes your way, you're going to be lucky, okay? And that's what most of these people don't want to tell you. And I don't care how old you are, how young you are, crypto, in fact, your 5-year-old can own crypto. And that's beautiful in my view.
So cool. And then, my baby granddaughter. Hey, you guys will have to help me set something up for her. I'll do it for her first birthday in January or before. Hey, so then there's also XLM, or no? Why so many different?
No, XLM is like a copy of XRP. To think of XLM as you were saying, XLM has they have a partnership with IBM, and if you look up, you find out. And XLM, in fact, it's almost like when you say, I'm probably going to get a heat on this, but when people say, what is Bitcoin? And somebody says, okay, what's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum? Somebody would say, well, Ethereum is Bitcoin with smart contracts, right? Now, when you go to the XRP XLM realm, you say, what is the XLM? XLM, this is just my view, and I've been in the community. I learned a lot about it. They have a multi-currency, if you look at, they have stable coins in the basket, right? That is an arrangement that they have with IBM. And there's this other, corresponding thing. There's a lot in here that I can say, so I don't want to go into the rabbit hole. But think of XLM, XRP as Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? It's the same. They provide them, but they have unique services, right? They're doing cross-border payment, same thing. But their cross-border payment has multiple currencies in it. Whereas in XRP side, there's only XRP, right? But if you think of it, it's changing because XRP also just introduced their own stable coin. I'm waiting to see what XLM is going to do. But remember, these are all massive opportunities, literally in the pennies, okay? It's not a competition, which one is better than that or this. They're carving out their own direction, and it's a large market. It's like you have Uber, you have Lyft. Is the ride share market sizable enough for two to operate? If your answer is yes, you should probably own both Uber and Lyft, okay, from the share side. But if you think it's small enough, then you should probably own one because somebody is going to get consolidated. In crypto, it's not the case. XRP is doing its thing. Ripple, XLM is doing its thing. I own both of them. I own XLM. I own XRP.
And Ripple?
I think they're both great.
And there's Ripple.
What was that?
Oh, I said and Ripple. So there's like three. So like you're saying, if they consolidate, that would be great. But what if one goes and the other doesn't?
It's all in the future. But for now, let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the ride.
Mutasco lives in the future, by the way, guys. Yo, listen, we're going to wrap up in about another 10, 15 minutes. We got a couple more speakers, including Mama Dukes, who's on the stage now. So we're going to hear from my mom, see what she's up to in the world today. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys are coming back tomorrow because we can keep the conversation going. And also make sure you're joining the Telegram. You know, in the Telegram, we can keep these conversations going for as long as your fingers can type. And also, we do voice chats in there once in a while. So, you know, make sure you're joining the Telegram. It's linked on Zach's page. Make sure you're giving him a follow as well. And let's get over real quick to Mama Dukes. Mama Dukes, what's going on? What's happening? How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. I have a question. I hope someone can help me. I was reading about the Fed wanting to create digital currency, and they're not going to use blockchain, which I'm starting to understand. But how will that impact cryptocurrency? Like, for instance, can you use digital currency to buy cryptocurrency? Are they competing currencies, or can they work together? I'm confused. I'll get off and listen. Thank you.
Mutasco, I think that's another question for you, to be honest. The only thing I heard last about that was I think the House or the Senate or one of the two banned the Fed from making their own, what was it, stablecoin? Mutasco, clarify that because I don't remember all the details on that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mutasco.
No, that's over. The whole CBDC thing is over, and a good reference is to go look up the Fed. The Federal Reserve did they had what they called a CBDC comment report, something. I don't remember the title, but if you look it up, you find it. Just go to the source, because they sent out this whole thing about, okay, how will CBDCs help stabilize the financial market, including the banking system? And the top 5 or 7 banks, okay, including JP Morgan, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, all of them. And I read the report. I looked at it specifically looking to see what messaging these guys have. They all coordinated. And are you surprised? No. They're all against a CBDC. They made it clear in that report. Okay, so I don't know. You can go stroke your excitement about, oh my God, some conspiracy. No, the banks control the Fed. They're both friends. Okay, if the Fed says this, okay, it's like saying, okay, you know, let the lion go check the deer if it's a deer, well, it's gonna eat it alive. The thing is, these two work hand in hand. And if you want to know, just go look at the report. The other thing to note with CBDC is this, and this is, Ripple was actually ahead of a lot of people on this. They wrote an entire white paper on CBDCs. And if you read that white paper, they were talking about having nation states, okay, come together on this. And I don't think this is going to be off the line. Eventually, at some point, but we're way far from that. A lot of things could happen. There's another project called, and this is from the New York Fed, it's called Project CEDAR. If you just look up Project CEDAR, in it, there's Project CEDAR 1, 2.0, and whatever, right? So if you just look at Project CEDAR 1, you will see that in it, there's a few pages down, there's a table. In the table, they have the consensus mechanism. If you look at blockchains, we have settlement, we have consensus, we have execution, we have the data availability, and we have that, right? The project CEDA, from the angle of a CBDC and what the structure is going to look like, spelled out. And one of the unique things that I took out from the project CEDA was that clearly it says multi-ledger system. So what it actually said was, even if there was a chance that we have a CBDC, they're going to have to collaborate and integrate with other existing ledgers networks. This is not me speaking. If you go on Project CEDA, extract that report out, look at the box. There's a little box in there where they literally spelled it out. Now, there's one thing that people can say on TV, on whatever. It's another thing if you look at the technical design and structure of what a CBDC is going to look like and what its implications will have, right? What implication it would have in different sectors of the economy. And I'm just speaking what I'm saying about CBDC being like, I spent a lot of time listening to a lot of experts on this. And I got to the conclusion that I'm not going to spend any more energy on it because I can see what the banks are saying that it would do to their own business model. So if they're saying no to it, until they say yes, I don't see it having any energy, right? But this could change. But for now, CBDCs, we're probably going to I think the focus should probably be on stable coins. And if you believe stable coins are the thing, understand that Jerome Powell just spoke last week. He literally was asked about this, and he specifically said, it is very necessary that we get a regulatory framework for stable coins, okay? What does that mean? You have three agencies. You have the Treasury, the OCC, which is the Office of the Controller of Currency. You have I said Treasury, the OCC, and the SEC, right? These organizations and the Fed, right? They both come together, and this is one thing you have to remember. The last one was 1179, which is the interpretive letter 1179. It started from 1170, 1171, 1173. And these things are all public information, by the way. Go pull them up and read it, and you can see that they've had the banks all set up to do these activities. They didn't say Bitcoin. They just said cryptocurrency, digital assets. So whatever that means, at the end of the day, I believe that Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, stable coins, they're all under the same basket. Now, what type of products they offer, who cares? They're going to have to figure that out because they need to keep it up, right? In crypto, we now have savings account, we have a checking account, and we have a loan account. Just like in the bank, as you have them. And what does that mean in crypto? A savings account, you would probably consider buying into something that it's stable, right? And you're putting your money into it, the store of value, Bitcoin, okay? Ethereum, maybe that as well at some point, I don't know. But staking is another big deal in crypto because when you stake your asset, you get a reward on it. And that yield alone is like a treasury bond, okay? Or, U.S. Treasury, you get a yield. And that yield, there could be a benchmark yield. And Ethereum may set that benchmark yield, which is 3 to 4% is cool. It all depends on where rates are, right? If yields are paying 4% and Ethereum is paying 4%, if you're a crypto native, you're probably going to hold and stay in crypto. But if yields are paying 6%, okay, you may be tempted to say, no, I need more. But wait a minute, I could also buy other things within crypto and do as much, okay? So in crypto, we have these things, and these are the core products. We can borrow off of our crypto. You don't need a credit score, obviously, depending on who you're borrowing from. The first question they're going to ask you is, you have Bitcoin? Okay, this is a loan-to-value ratio. This is how much you're going to pay. This is the interest rate. We have literally all the products that defines a banking business model. And the interpretive letters that came from the OCC defined how the banks can compete with crypto. You can go look these things up. And so with regards to CBDCs and where we're at, I think it's over. The conversation is shifting towards the role of stable coins in this industry. And the last comment I'll make, if you want to go look it up, is a lady called Morgan Bell. I forget her last name. She wrote a paper recently. It's a blog. It's actually saying stable coins as a defense technology. That tells you a lot of things that you need to know about why I think stable coins will have a place first before CBDCs. But this is a big deal because a lot of people, even just putting your fiat into stables, you could earn yield, okay? You could earn yield on top of that is higher than the point nothing that these banks give you if you just have $500,000 sitting in a savings account. Yeah, good for you. But you're not going to earn anything on top of it. But what if you could swap that to USDC or USDT, which has all the blessings that we require compliantly? You will earn 3-4% on your money. That's a lot of money to earn just sitting on your fiat, but in USDC. So I believe in stable coins. And again, the title of the blog is Stable Coins as a Defense Technology. That means if you hold stable coins, you're good. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to build in it, think of stable coins as a technology that you can create a business around. And that's the good news that we have in crypto. I hope a lot of people outside of our bubble get to learn a little bit about crypto. Otherwise, you're going to regret it painfully.
Matasco, my mom just texted me and said you're brilliant. So take that with all that information you just gave us. Guys, we're about to wrap up soon. I want to give Mar the final word. He's been waiting patiently. Matasco, thanks for all that. As always, guys, if you haven't liked, shared, subscribed to Zach's channel, make sure you do that. He is live streaming. I just checked. He had about 1,500 people live listening right now on the X live. Also has a couple hundred on YouTube, and then how many people we have in the room right now. So we got a lot of people here. A lot of information's dropping, a lot of alpha, a lot of news. So make sure you're coming back every day, Monday through Friday, to get that going. We're gonna go to Mar, and then I think Zach's gonna try to wrap this one up. Mar, what do you got for us, buddy?
No, I actually do have a question, but really quick, I know that Zavi came up and spoke a few minutes ago. He's from my hometown, from what I heard, South Florida, and this hometown used to be laid back years ago, and now it's just like a New York, I guess, just hectic, But yeah, back in the days here in South Florida, we lived like we were on vacation almost every day. But yeah, man, I heard him say the word FOMO. It's a word that I teach a lot of the people coming into crypto, even people that have been in crypto in a while, they just can't control it. And you do, in time, at first I lost money in crypto. 4 years ago, I was really bad. And, you just gotta control your emotions. And most important, I heard that I think your wife was getting into crypto and she had FOMO. You gotta slow things down, and that's what makes people great in things, even in sports. Just when they see everything in slow motion, but they're going faster than others, and it comes with experience and most of everything, just controlling your emotions, because you could be super smart, but if you can't control your emotions when it comes to investing, you're going to end up getting wrecked. And, you just got to slow things down. Just like when I got the call from the ear still stayed in the Donald Trump meme, it came from someone, it came from someone that I'm pretty sure they do their homework, but I still did my homework. I didn't FOMO in. I could have gotten like around 4 million market cap, but I got in close to 6 million because I didn't FOMO in. I went in there, make sure everything was right, the contract, everything. Just because it's a meme coin and it's almost like gambling, you still want to make sure you're getting into something legit that you could actually get your money when you decide to sell, or take your losses when you decide to sell. But yeah, and also I know that Monka said, is it Monka? Yeah, Monka said, the bear market basically lasts longer than the bull market. And that's awesome because millionaires are made out of the bear market about those, when you're buying low, when you're buying those cheap prices, like when Bitcoin was under 20K, and all these great altcoins that are going to do great in the bull run, you were able to get them at a fraction of a price, which it is, which it is now, and that's what I love. You don't want the bull market doesn't you don't want the bull market lasting longer than the bear market. And during the bear market, it's the perfect time for newcomers to come into crypto because everything is just slow. In the bull market, even now, that's not even a bull market yet. Everything just seems fast, because of the meme coins. And yeah, the bull market is not here. These blue chip projects that are in great, they've pumped. That's just a big correction from that chaos during the FTX, and also a pump because of BlackRock, But we're not in the bull market yet. We're not even close. These altcoins are struggling right now. And you're going to realize when you're in a bull market, you'll see it. And everything is so fast. Everything just goes so fast. And that's why I love investors. People have it wrong sometimes. Oh, I got lucky that I got into the bull market. No, if you would have gotten it in prior to that during the bear market, you would have learned so much, slow things down more, and you would have had everything way cheaper. Because that's where millionaires are made out of the bear market. And my question is, because I had this question actually before we posted about Donald Trump selecting his VP. I don't know if anyone wants to answer this because I'm not too much into politics. Now I am a little bit just because, Donald Trump, Bitcoin, But, I mean, what VP is the best candidate for Trump when it comes to crypto? And out of that list that they have there, for me, it would be like, I know it's not possible because he's running, but you just never know. It will be RFK. If he decides to, that would just be, I will see Bitcoin probably in the next 2-3 days at 100K, But what VP do you guys think will be fit the best for us, basically for this crypto space next to Donald Trump?
I would actually turn that over to Zach, to be honest. And Zach from Subway had to drop off. He has to run some errands right now for his business. But, I think Zach, Zach, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm on the Breakfast Club account.
Finally.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow it. I'm far enough away from my other phone. I don't think it's messing it up. Do I sound like a robot or anything? Or
no, you sound good.
Okay.
Sound good.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't know too many of their stances, Mar, to be honest. These people, I'd have to start kind of digging in. Somebody who's, relatively kind of bipartisan, I think, would probably be best. And usually that's kind of what they go for to get those, votes across the aisle. I would like to see Vivek or Tulsi Gabbard, who both have been very adamant that they would endorse Bitcoin and already do. But I don't see either one of those two on that little graphic. I don't know if that graphic is the, end-all, be-all either. But yeah, Vivek is speaking at the Bitcoin conference. So is Tulsi Gabbard. I know both of them. I've heard both of them speak, positively about Bitcoin. But to be honest, I don't necessarily know. I'm looking at this list. I can't say with confidence that any of these guys have ever come out and said, yes to Bitcoin. Anybody else up here? I don't know Rubio's stance. I know Carson, Rubio, Scott, Youngkin, and Pompeo, Vance. I've heard these names, but I don't necessarily know their stance on crypto. I'm hoping it's Tulsi or Vivek, to be honest, just for me. But I don't know if anybody else has a thought.
Honestly, I don't even know. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know. I think Kennedy would probably be the best pick if he just solely went off of crypto.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that too.
I don't know. But I think, honestly, if that happened, that would be a huge... I think they would win. I think Trump-Kennedy would be kind of crazy. Because obviously, not only Kennedy's policies, but, just the name Kennedy,
Well, Kennedy's going to get some votes. So, is that a vote then just for Trump? So it is kind of interesting even outside of the Bitcoin argument because while I don't think Kennedy's going to win, I do think he has a pretty solid base. He's going to get votes. He's going to be a decent third-party candidate from just voting standpoints. But
Well, imagine if Trump puts Kennedy in his cabinet. He's like, hey, you're not going to win the presidency, but I'll put you in my cabinet. Talk about Bitcoin.
Definitely be interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the unexpected might be Vance, the JD Vance. The like outlier, people not expecting, could possibly be him. And I'm being biased here because I read his book, because I got to know who he is, like, stud and poor, and as you know, the Rust Belt. I've said this earlier in this space. Anybody to win this election, you have to pull off Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. Okay, if Biden somehow finds in Ohio, right?
Yeah, and they're shooting people in Pennsylvania, so you really got to pull it now.
Yeah, you have to pull it now, of course. Yeah. But DJ Vance is like, and guys, just his story is incredible, man. But I don't know if he's going to do that, but it could be him. I'll be shocked if it's not him. But you just never know, right? Because there could be somebody else. Either way, as long as anybody pumps my bag, sign me on. Because that's what Wall Street has been doing for decades now. Main Street has been left out of all the games. And all we do is, we're no forward. No. If you're in crypto, do not use your emotions, guys. I don't care who gets in, as long as that pumps my bags, I'm good. Because if I have money, I don't care if your policy is to, freeze my student loan or send me food stamps, or how about me use my own money and get food and actually give other people food, okay? We should get away from this mindset of, this guy's going to go in and make, no. Have to allocate your money somewhere where if the market goes up, you can make a ton of money and not be given like scrubs from a politician. So we'll see. At the end of the day, we have crypto to rely on, and it's a beautiful thing. Not anybody on this planet could take me out of crypto. I will do this for a very long time, and I hope people find out very soon that this is the biggest gift you could ever get. God bless everyone. And Crypto Breakfast Show, you have a beautiful space, man. I hope everybody listening, share it to people, at least play with people that don't get crypto. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of interesting things shared in these spaces. And it's very valuable.
You're a big part of it too, man. We appreciate you 100%.
You and the whole village, Mutasco. You and the whole damn village are important to us.
Yes, and our village right here, man, across all the platforms. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for making this possible. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. We'll run that up to 9:30, and we'll run it right into the Crypto Breakfast Club. Another 2 hours, maybe even a little extra bonus time tomorrow too. So appreciate everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye now. As Zach runs to the other room to shut it down.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
I know.